the Dragon of Portugal, Vice Captain America, the world's 4th greatest forehead, and a geography semi-finalist at the World Championships, Zealand! He's back. I mean, to be perfectly honest, he wasn't gone that long, but you know, he's still back. Okay, it still counts. He was only gone for a week, but he's still back. Big Sonics, thank you for the 20. Silky Smooth, thank you for the 8. Legacy, thank you for the 7. Quatchki, thank you for the 3. Matholo and Musharak, welcome with the Twitch Primes. Kerples with the 5 months. Wow. Carlos, thank you for the 11. Sharpies with the 8. Vince with the year. Official Hansen with the 11. JC with the 10. Big Man with the 20. Pale Ginger with the 5. Cleo with the 2. Sander with the 4. Cinex with the 13. Lil Mama with the 6 months. Max with the 21. Sack Tap with the 2. We're back. Come on, give me a little. Goodness. All right. Great stream, guys. I'll see you next week. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you next week. It was great. It was great to be back.
There? No bell. No bell who? No bell, so I knocked.
That was terrible. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're streaming today. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. We are streaming today. We're streaming today. Real Paddock, thank you for the 3 months. Reed with the 21 months. Blues FP, thank you for the Prime. Dark Ice, thank you for the 19. Ken Opplinger, thank you for the 2. Donkeys with the 7. Rob Rocks. David, thank you so much for the tier 1. Luke Trudgeon, thanks for the 17 months. Colonel Korn, thanks for the 6. Congrats on your silver. 17 months, Luke. Goodness. I am Chop, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Bonafos with an absurd 22 months. Caffeine and Debauchery with the 3. Murph with the 3. Ragnaraz with the 3.
With the hammers. Thanks for reigniting my love of FM.
I got you. Mumbo, thank you so much for the 9. Lucy, thank you for the tier 1. Riley, thank you for the 2. Symmetry, thanks for the 5. And same to Sarah Skywolf. About to hit that silver, I know. Exotics, thank you for the 20. Saucedo, I appreciate the 6. Vio, thank you for the 2. Cicerone, thanks for the 4. Rob, thank you for the 3. Stan, thanks for the 7. Sneak with the 2. And Kai Jam with the 3. Mace Dog, thank you for the 2. I swear we're going to play Football Manager. Pingo, thank you for the 6. Yeah, congrats on the silver. Bear is the Bear, thank you for the 3 months.
My boy,
the berriest bear, I think, was actually what that is. The berriest bear. I'm paying attention. You guys had a good day? Or I should say like a good week. We haven't talked since New Year's Eve. You haven't hung out with the Dorfers since New Year's Eve? Do you even remember where we are? This is where we are. Absurdly close to the top of the league, given the amount of money we're spending and everything else. Bobby Firmino, I'm doing well. I'm feeling good. I woke up, I did some yoga. I did some planks. I woke up way too early.
I got carded at a liquor store, and my Blockbuster card accidentally fell out. The cashier said, never mind.
Notice me, Zealand. There, now you have that mental image of me trying to do that forever.
Came for that early stream hype. Now off to dodgeball training.
You look blonder? That's what a week in the British Virgin Islands will do. So, my family loves to travel. Beginning of COVID, that wasn't really possible. But now that we're all triple vaxxed and everything, we went to Alaska in August and the British Virgin Islands in January. My family, my parents, and my 2 younger brothers and myself. And so they're like, we're going to the British Virgin Islands. And I'm like, where the f is that?
See you next year.
I'm assuming next to the U.S. Virgin Islands, but other than that, I have basically no idea. So it's time for what we like to call geography with Zealand.
Hi, YouTube.
We'll say hi to YouTube in a second. But geography with Zealand, very fun segment, where we go to Google Maps and we do our absolute best to not show you exactly where I live. We know I live somewhere in New York City. But Google Maps knows. They know everything. So if I pull it up, then it'll be like, here he is.
And that's how I was knocked out of the limbo contest.
Great. Not legit. Thank you for the 11 months. No, he is Benny. Thank you for the 4. Scott Candage coming in with 10 months. Thank you guys so much. Not legit did it with a tier 3.
Good to have you back.
A tier 3 sub. Not legit. GGST, thank you for the 11. Or for the 3. Sorry, my bad. You just cooked your bacon. I wouldn't do that to you. Arizon, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. Coer Saman, thanks for the tier 1. Futsal Coach, thank you for the 10.
Greetings.
I'm not a squirrel, thanks for the 5.
Back. Hope everybody had a great start to their year.
I do too.
I don't have a joke because last year's been a joke. But Forza fact.
Fair enough.
Against everyone but Rapid Vienna.
Well, Shaga Malaga, thank you for the 11. AK Live, thanks for the 17. Tom Legosaurus, thank you for 4 months. Thank you for being a great animator for the YouTube. You're great, dude. Burning Beaten,
Greetings
thank you for the tier 1.
Egypt. What is your thoughts of Pepe transfer? Why he hasn't joined a better team like Wolfsburg?
I think Augsburg basically came to him and said, look, man, you're going to start every game. And so Ricardo Pepi, the number 9 for the United States at 18 years old, made the move to Augsburg in Germany, and I hope it does well for him. So on this episode of Where Was Zealand? All right, so this is the world. If you didn't know that, then you should probably sue the education system that you grew up around. But that's not my argument. So let's go into the Caribbean. Yeah!
Awesome year.
This is where Zealand grew up, right here. Basically in Caribbean, very far south, you know, fun. Same latitude as the Western Sahara and Egypt. Love geography. All right, and Zealand flew.
Welcome back
here,
to everyone.
New York City.
Now I get to try my first dad joke in style.
To Tampa.
You know, I heard there is a
for
competition to find out the best hair color. We're all dying to find out.
A-. You cleared the threshold. Congratulations.
Seen, American Christian Ramirez smashing it in Scotland for my beloved Aberdeen.
I actually haven't heard of that guy. But if he's playing for Aberdeen and he's playing well, then he's not too far away from the national team, and I like that. I'm basically Caribbean. It's all in the hips. Anyways, we fly from there to Tampa. Okay, we get to Tampa. And then when we get to Tampa, we fly to Puerto Rico. For those that have no idea what or where Puerto Rico is, it's right here. right there. Very far east. People don't realize how far east a lot of this stuff is. It's in a different time zone than New York, right? So this is an hour forward. The United States owns Puerto Rico. It is a territory. It is not a state. Whole lot of weird stuff loaded into there. But we go from Tampa to San Juan in Puerto Rico, which is right here. I spend an entire day getting clapped by waves on a beach right around here. It's great. And then you get on this little, and I'm not kidding, 10-person plane, including the pilot.
Singh noticed his wife was gone. He notified the authorities, but all they knew about her was that she was Miss Singh.
Goodness. Paradox, thank you for the 2 months, my dude. Liam, thank you for the 3. I think that was not legit tier 3 sub right there. Smooth Skin Jim, thank you for the 10 months. Hockey Soda, thanks for the 10. You can probably tell where this is.
Who are the 3 other greatest foreheads?
Well, it's Harry Kane and myself. Yeah, but Harry Kane is... well, that's, yeah, in the intro, I'm the 4th greatest forehead.
Anya, who invented the starter pistol.
That was actually a really good dad joke. I'm sorry, there's just so many early in the stream that we can't appreciate all of them, but I think they just said Karl Marx's sister was the lady that invented the starter pistol, like on your mark. That's really good.
Traffic cop, but when I got home, all the signs were there.
The other greatest foreheads, Peyton Manning. For those that don't know, the American, one of the best American football players of all time. That is a sensational forehead right there. I mean, that is otherworldly. Right, look at that from the side angle. So you've got Harry Kane, you've got Peyton Manning.
Better at school if I stopped flirting. I immediately got off his lap.
And I gotta be honest. Well, I got voted 4th greatest forehead in the world. I don't know who finished 3rd.
Up the hammers
Gervinho. I knew it was Gervinho. It had to be Gervinho. See, McGuire's slab head, but that's for square head. We're talking verticality, right? We're talking size.
The world tongue twister champion. I imagine
he's got horizontal skill. He has horizontal skill. Zero, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, dude. Welcome to the Hammers.
I would say a joke, but I don't have one, so Merry Christmas.
Fair enough, Reese. Thank you for the 15. Everest, thank you so much for the 7. Dolphin, I appreciate the 6. And congratulations on your silver. Legodas, thank you for the 3. John, thanks for the 10. Spappa, thank you so much for the 9. No, he is Benny. Thank you for the 4. Scott Candage, thank you for the 10. And thank you guys for all the love coming back. I'm sorry we're not able to rate all of your dad jokes. They're coming so thick and fast, and we're just trying to explain where we were. So we were in San Juan. We then got on a 10-person plane and would include... look, on this plane, one of the seats is next to the pilot. Like, that's a ticketed seat. And you fly from San Juan
New Year's and
over all this nonsense in the U.S. Virgin Islands. This is the line between the U.S. Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands, right?
I was going to tell a time traveling
for some reason,
but you guys didn't like it.
And you fly in and you land on this airport on Beef Island. No joke. Beef Island, right? And you land here. You might notice that the airport is the width of the island. Like the actual runway. This is the actual runway, is essentially the width of the island with a road back here. And this is the widest part of the island. And this is a runway that can only land very small planes. And it's about a foot above the water. Very freaky.
In Hamilton on January 30th. Oh, Canada.
Definitely freaky. And then you take this over to Scrub Island, which...
Can't believe it's been 4 months already. As a Philadelphia Eagles fan, am I still allowed to watch the stream this week?
Yeah.
Can we still be friends?
We can, because I feel comfortable that we're going to win the playoff game. Then you go to Scrub Island, and this is where we spent a little while.
To the U.S. Virgin Islands,
Scrub Island.
But did you ever make it to the U.S. Chad Islands?
Never made it to the U.S. Chad Islands, no. I actually never set foot in the U.S. Virgin Islands either.
And everyone.
So that was where we were. Right there. Direct vertical line with Nova Scotia. And then you fly to San Juan, and then San Juan to New York is a flight that happens a lot because the Puerto Rican New York population is massive. And that is geography with Zealand. That's where the Virgin Islands are. That's where I was for 5 days. It was a great family trip. We hiked, we swam. Dude, it was hilarious. We were on a, like one of those boats that takes you out to snorkel somewhere. And this dude is sitting there and my mom is asking him questions about, you know, well, if you ever see any sharks? And I'm over here putting my fins on, about to jump into 30 feet of water that I can't see in. And the guy's there and he's just like, yeah, you know, we got lemon sharks. You know, we got nurse sharks down there. And we got reef sharks. I've seen all of them like yesterday, right here. And I'm like,
checking in.
I don't need to know this. And he's like, yeah, my friend, he said he saw a great white here, but I never seen one. I think he was lying. And I'm like,
he knows exactly how many trees he's cut down because he keeps a log.
After that,
which kind of bear is the most condescending? A panda.
B+, coach. And Droal, he keeps a log. It's an A-. The dad jokes I have been able to hear have been really good. Thank you for the 5 months. Gainsa, thank you for the 3. Cubu, thank you for the 4. Bam Bam, I appreciate the 2. Just Cuz, thanks for the 7. Happy New Year's to you, Jabets. And Caleb, thank you for the 14. Jested, thank you for the 4. It has been 4 months. Caleb, 14's a long time, by the way. Lersha, thank you for the 14 as well. It's still a long time. See you in Hamilton on January 30th. Qualifying's coming. We did our qualifying preview already. Ciro Wentz, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. If you are new to the Hammers, make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord and everything. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I swear to you, we're about to jump in for this this dive. Not a dive. I mean, it's snorkeling. I don't know how to dive. And he's talking about, oh, you know, the worst ones, it's the tiger sharks. And, you know, it's like the accent also threw me for a loop, man. It's different than other parts of the Caribbean, which I don't know why that surprised me.
This is a joke, not political. Crazy about Djokovic. He will be the first tennis champion to leave a tournament after only missing 2 shots.
That's good. That's good. That was good. Chaz, thanks for the 9. Bash, thank you for the 9.
Nikolai Khabibulin.
Yeah, that works for me. That's a Stanley Cup winning goalkeeper right there. Dracula's, congrats on your silver. Bob Manuel with the 11. Shoba going boldly in, and we're gonna give that one an A. That, you know, it was a good joke. It's definitely a good joke. It's an A.
What's the difference between most politicians and flying pigs? The letter F.
That's political. Likely.
Till that the ancient Romans had 4 types of poison. Poisons 1, 2, and 3 instantly killed the victim upon contact. Poison 4, though, just made the victim extremely itchy.
Because it's poison ivy. Nice.
1 month off at Twitch, baby.
I, for one, am looking forward to the Twitch, baby. You know what we forgot to do today, chat? You were probably really looking forward to. Hello, YouTube! Hi, YouTube! Welcome to the stream. Sorry you couldn't be here today. It's a really exciting one. We're back. You know? GTS did try to murder that joke. I'm still going to give it an A-, so I thought it was sick. Ducky, thank you for the Prime. El Polaco, congrats on the 6, the silver. Whew. OT Barnes, thank you for the 8 months. And FM Wonder Kids, thanks so much for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. Your name's very applicable. Just got to say hi to YouTube, you know?
They recently built a new stadium in Warsaw, but there is a huge problem with matter where you sat. You were behind a pole.
The poles are always catching stray bullets, no matter where they are.
Nosy pepper. Jalapeno business.
Jalapeno business. What's up? We don't need a goalkeeper. Sorry, bud. Yaya Bayo doesn't seem to have good potential. Actually, what am I looking at? Still bad. Okay. Fair enough. I have the new mouse. I just haven't installed it yet. This thing does not click well. You know, it and I, we're just not clicking. We just don't click. Mauricio Arasco. I did get to try and speak Spanish in Puerto Rico. That was fun.
I just wonder whether any of your regions will receive a name after the famous Austrian painter or similar in the pronunciation. Looking young and spry for my 3-month anniversary, Zed. Halfway to my silver bacon.
That you are, Bates. Thank you so much for the 3. Johnny, thank you for the 10. Iris Vashu, thanks for the Prime. MD Games, thanks for the 5. Madeira, thank you for the 2. Covey, thank you so much for the 7. Graham Plays, thank you for the 2 months. And oh my goodness. You guys are crazy, man. You guys are insane. I haven't even played Football Manager yet. Paco with the 10 gifted subs. And if you caught a gifted sub, be sure to say thank you, Paco. Thank you. 15 gifteds now in a career. That's a pretty, that's a solid start to a gifted sub career, and that's making people's days there with 10 gifteds. That really is. Nap Floridian, thank you so much for the 2 months. Somebody said watching Wall in French right now. I encourage this behavior. I do.
I just burnt my Hawaiian pizza. Should have used aloha temperature.
Wow. Wow. Should have used aloha temperature. Yep. That happened. You heard that. You heard it right here. You heard it happen. Somebody went for it. Somebody looked at that joke and was like, absolutely. We're going to do that right now. Get this guy in on trial. So like I was saying, 14 matches in. We are tied at the top of the league in a 3-team race, essentially. Rapid Vienna's got a match in hand to level with us, and Salzburg has a match in hand to pull away from us. That means there's 8 matches left until the league splits. The next one is away to Red Bull Salzburg. That's our first match of the stream. They just won, so they are 3 points ahead of us. Last time we played them, if I remember correctly, we drew, which means we have some optimism. If I also remember correctly, they completely outplayed us. Rick, thank you so much for the 3 B+. Hey, although your dad joke caused me great physical pain. And again, if I missed one of your dad jokes, I honestly, there are so many people in the hammers. I am trying to learn how to deal with this many people wanting the bacon and the emotes and the access to the subsection of the Discord. And hopefully I'm getting better at it.
Oh, what's this?
What are you doing, Isle?
Is that Isle calling me? What's up? Oh, there's an announcement in the Discord where you can vote for what opt-in channels are added to the Discord server. That's pretty poggers, not gonna lie.
Isle, the lead mod and one of the editors for the channel, thank you for the 38 months. And even in the 38-month message, still helping administer the channel and everything. I will talk about that in a second. Patty Radar, thank you for the 5 gifted. Patty! 5 gifted. Darth, please. Serotonas. Leak King. And Pauk. Welcome to the Hammers.
Insert a level dad joke here.
Just a level dad joke. Not an A-level dad joke. Just a level dad joke. Let's work on defending and do a little more technical pressing. Actually, the training doesn't have technical pressing in it, which is weird. I want to work on attacking here. Both attacking. We're going to spend a week on the defending. We don't have too many people away on international duty, so this is not going to be it's going to be an opportunity to get the lads together on the pitch to train, have a good time, right? Got an inspiration for your Arnold Dragon to go and get them to the Prem semifinal of the Champions League, then left for Sporting and won the league. Nice.
Glad you did some fun stuff over the New Year's, Ed. Me? I started investing in some stocks. Mostly some beef and chicken, but I hope it helps me become a billionaire.
Telby, I refuse to acknowledge that. James, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Uriel, thank you for the 4 months. About to fucking
We are fuck up. My wife is upset that I keep introducing her as my ex-girlfriend.
That's technically true. That's awesome.
Wow.
Well
Would
said.
You look at that. A beautiful Twitch baby. Only 180 more months until he becomes a 5-star regen at a random American amateur club.
This guy is right on the line for me.
What do you call a 40s German submarine? A Nazi U-boat.
That was good.
My computer told me my password had to be 8 characters, so I went with Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Up the Dorfers, raised fist.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Yo, Dazzler, thank you for the 11 months. Carter Spurgeon, thank you so much for the 8. Patrick, thank you for the 5 months. Naberto, thanks for the year. B+. Voider, thank you for the 3 months. The not see U-boat. God, that hurt. Tay, thanks for the 9, dude. Ariel, thank you for the 4. Mized, thank you for the year. Sure, that's going to be coming in a second. I can smell an awful dad joke from a mile away coming off you. Do we want this guy? No. All right. Stamina work rate's deeply concerning.
What do you call a knight who's not needed? Surplus.
I totally think we've heard that one before. I think we've heard that one before. Ben with the 5 gifted. Ben Swansea, one of the moderators in the channel. Hertha just offered a job interview. Turning it down. We're very happy with where we are leading our team. No, thank you, Hertha. I'm very happy with where I am. I know you've got buckets of money, but I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with what we're doing. You see what we're doing in the Austrian league right now? Laying down the law. We're fine. Ben, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, making 5 people's days. Be sure to say thank you, Benji, Tarappa, Claire Bear, Ethereal, Wilts. Make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord too. Velocity, thank you for the 15 months. And while you're in that Discord, I all brought this up because he wants me to talk about it because he's a great lead mod. We just posted our first announcement in 2.5 months. Go us. We don't want to overping you. We're taking our Discord game to the next level though, and this is a very cool thing that we've been kind of messing around with for a little while, but we're taking it mainstream. So if you are in the Discord, this is not just subsection of the Discord, this is anybody. What we're doing is we've got like 15,000 people in the Discord, and I know a lot of you guys play other games as well, including, you know, Football Manager, and so this also applies to Football Manager multiplayer. But we've created a way for you to join enclaves in the Discord server, right? So like you can join, say you play Apex, or you play Civ, or you play Paradox games, or Total War games, or COD, or you play League of Legends, and you want to play with other people in that game, but you also don't want to wade into the filth of somebody that's not also in a chill Football Manager, like football, soccer Discord that we have. We have a poll created for you to select the games that you like so that we can actually do that, right? Because what we can do is have this opt-in system, and it's already set up for grand strategy games, which are Paradox games, and then FM multiplayer and FPL. You join them, and if you're not in them, you don't get pinged for them. 15, not 50K. 15. 50,000 people in a Discord server is a whole other level. We have 15,000 people in the Discord server, which is awesome. And there is another option. Honestly, we probably should have put Rocket League on the list. We sat down this morning and tried to create a whole list of games you guys might be interested in. There are over 20 games on the list. All you do is click on the form. I'll fill it out now with the games that I play. Civ, Apex, Hell Let Loose. I play Smite. I play Planet Zoo. I play Rust. I play Deep Rock Galactic. I play Total War and Elder Scrolls games. I actually don't play Sea of Thieves. I don't know. I don't play Valheim really anymore. It's like Assassin's Creed games as well. And then I'll just copy my Discord ID in here. You don't have to do that. That guy all the boss. Okay.
Hello.
Cool. You can only respond once. Right? But that's what you that's how it works. And then here's a little guide about how you'll actually join the channels. We're going to announce what channels we're going to make, because we only want to host channels if they're going to be active. So there needs to be a certain number of people to play the game for the channel, because it requires server space and moderator time to check. And so as long as the channel is going to be active, then it makes sense.
Away the lads.
Away the lads. Mad Magam, thank you so much for the 6 months. Congrats on your silver bacon. Pagano, thank you for the 8. Pacano, Pacano, thank you so much for the 5. Pirinikos, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. Samad, thanks for the 3. Velocity, again, thank you for that ridiculous 15.
I just bought a new hat with a built-in fan that keeps my head cool during hot weather. It really blows my mind.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. But, you know, if you want to be a part of, like, you're interested in one of those games or another game.
The club I am managing, Brazil de Pelotas, as a treat for the 6 months. Thanks.
Yeah, I got you. We're trying to create rooms for you to be able to play with people that you know are of a certain intellectual capacity. They already play Football Manager. You know what I mean? And you're able to check out and play other games. And so if you're interested in that, you can take as many games as you want, and we'll make channels for the games that get a certain number of votes. We don't know what that number is going to be. It depends on the level of response to the forum, but we're just trying to make the Discord a cooler place. And so that is something that exists. The end of the stream tomorrow will announce who's got it. Is that sunlight on your face? Yes. There is a little hole at the top of the curtains in this room, and the sun comes right through that hole at about 12:15 every day and hits me in the face. It's great. Honestly, though, probably get a nice little circular tan. Sid, thanks for the 5. Dallas, congrats on the 6th. And what was the team? Let's decide if we want to keep scouting these two guys. Eladu Seydu from Austria, Lustenau. Yeah, I'll keep that up.
Zealand,
no.
I'm nervous that not even Conti will be enough to help Spurs. Not good.
I just think Spurs, outside of 2 really good attacking players and a Harry Kane that doesn't seem super emotionally invested at the moment, is just not very good. All right, so they were in the Campeonato Brasileiro Serie B, and they just got relegated. This club that you asked me to look up. It's not technically the right name, but it's what came up when I typed it in.
Dwarfs.
Yeah, this is them. Go Dwarfs, baby. Let's go. Brazil de Pelotas. Does that, and look, pelota is ball in Spanish, and I'm assuming in Portuguese it's something similar. Slavija Radovic just hinting about going out on loan because he's not getting significant playing time. Well, maybe if he didn't suck when he played. Dude, hasn't he been hurt? Dude, they've been rotating like nobody's business. Like, what is he talking about? Dude! Dude! Mom, it's not fair. I gave him exactly how much time he wanted. It's not fair. Ball, not bald, ball. At least in Spanish. Pengi, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers, my dude. Oysters, thank you for the 13. I'm sorry about your Spurs. Ryan, thanks for the 5. And Ziska, congratulations on your gold bacon, dude. It's for you. I don't want to deal with this. Custodio, you got him. Right? He didn't want to go out on loan. Come on, Slavija, you play terribly. I play you the amount of time I've promised and you're still mad? That's not true. It's not true. Are you broken? I played you the exact amount of time. Impact sub. Impact sub. What in the is wrong with you? I'll play you a little bit more because I was planning on playing you a little bit more anyways. What is he expecting to be a regular star? I swear to God, I swear. If this promise is for him to be like a regular starter, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it, chat. I'm going to lose it. Spurs just need to play attackerless. No, they need to go out and sign players that are actually going to be up to their level. They have the money. They could do it.
Zed, love your work. Have you ever seen Aussie rules football before?
Yeah, I've seen it in person, Patty. I saw the Richmond somethings. We have family friends that live in Australia, and they're big Richmond fans, and so they've got like the season tickets where you get the meal at halftime. It was really cool. We went and saw a game. I can't remember who they played. I can't remember what the score was, but I understand the basic rules of the game, and Aussie rules is fun to watch. Richmond. Is it the same as rugby? No, it's actually pretty different than rugby. Yeah, you have to catch the ball inside this semicircle, and when you catch the ball, then you get to have a kick, and the poles are based out of the ground. You know, it's not like one uprights. It's like range. It's neat. But it's similar to rugby in the sense you pass backward, kick forward, that sort of thing. But it's certainly got its distinct differences. Do I play FM Mobile? No, I do not. I have not.
A video about Afghan?
They go not to watch the game, but for the food. No, I mean, they just, when you have like season tickets in the club section, and when I say the club section, this isn't like a super elite section, because that's what, in the United States, if you're getting food at halftime, that's like the super elite fans only. This is like a very large portion of the fans will then go up and have a table where they eat at halftime, and then you come back down. It's wild. Also, it's very cool. It's a like cool sporting culture thing. Was the NFL game last night the best since the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl? The NFL game last night was one of the funniest things I have ever seen. So if you don't follow NFL, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to set the scene for you so that you can understand it as a generic sports fan. Yesterday was the final day, and unlike every other sport in the world for TV purposes, the NFL does not play all of the games at the same time, right? So in the Premier League, every game's going on at the same time, and you're like, cool, competitive integrity, right? That makes complete sense. That doesn't happen in the NFL. What did happen is that all the results from the 1 o'clock games and the 4 o'clock games come in, and there's one game left. One game. Sunday night game. Sunday night football. Huge institution, right? And you know anything about American football, right? There's a playoff. So the season ends, and then 14 teams go into the playoffs. And so the season is all about making it to the playoffs and being a better seed, you know, because then you get to play the first game of the playoffs at home. And a better seed is, you know, you had a better record and whatever. And the Sunday night game was between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a good game. Two teams that if they win that game, they are in the playoffs. So you're like, oh, this is a brilliant Sunday night game. Right, like this is a game. This guy's actually pretty good, by the way. We're going to finish the scouting report. This is a game that you would love to have on primetime TV, except that because of the results of the rest of the day, what's up, Trill? If they tied, they both went to the playoffs. You might not know this, but in American football, you can tie. You play the whole game, and then you play 10 minutes of overtime, and if the score is still tied, you tie. They are very rare. There is an average of like 1 tie per regular season. That's 32 teams all playing 17 games. 1 tie. I think this year there were 2 before this last game. Very unlikely. And so there was one team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, that is sitting there that makes the playoffs as long as one of the teams wins. So you're like, all right. So what I'm thinking, what I'm envisioning is, you know, like the head honchos of the NFL. God, I like this kid. I like this kid. I might sign him. But they're on the phone like all day before the game because they're seeing the results come in. They're going, oh my God, if they tie, they both go through. They're on the phone with the coaches like, look, you got to try and win. I don't care. I will fine you into the ground. I will sue you. You know, and you ever want to coach in this league again, that sort of conversation. That's what I'm envisioning, is that they're doing that behind the scenes. So what everybody's curious about is, on the first play, are they just going to snap the ball and fall over, right? It's called taking a knee. And it's how you run time in the NFL without any risk at all. And so the first thing they're worried about is that they're just going to, snap the ball and fall over. So
Hi, Zealand.
They run the first play.
Good to use $5 of Jeff Bezos money to support the stream.
Dor Caliban, I appreciate it. Thank you for the 6 months, dude. And Will Cole, thank you for the 9. I am going to make a video about AFCON, absolutely. Brads, thank you for the 3. Patty Radar, thank you so much for the 4 months. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the Hammers. So the first play, he snaps it, he doesn't fall over. Cool. And then the game just kind of happens. Las Vegas, they had a legendary coach, the Raiders, who died recently, so they were playing for him. And they take this big lead. And then, so if you're a Steelers fan, like the team that if somebody wins, you're going, oh, we're fine. Right? Because the Raiders have a big lead. They're up 29-14 with 5 minutes to go. And then the Chargers tie it.
Normally can just catch the YouTube vids, but finally got a live stream.
Welcome.
Also, dad joke, 6:30 is my favorite time of day, hands down.
Well done. It's a B+. On the last play of the game, the Chargers tie it. A miraculous comeback. Probably 3-4% chance. Because it actually wasn't match fixing. They were actually trying to win the game. And so the Chargers, because if the Raiders win the game, they're in. It doesn't matter. So why would they be trying to lose it? They're up by 15 points with 5 minutes to go. The Chargers make all these ridiculous plays. Last play of the game, into the touchdown. Converted 6 fourth downs, which, if you don't understand American football, I'm not going to take the time to explain it, but they broke an NFL record for the number of times they clutched it to get into the end zone, right, to score. And so they tie it. And now all of a sudden, in a game where a tie sends both teams to the playoffs, you're going to overtime. And every Pittsburgh fan is sitting there like, and in overtime, if you score just 3 points, then the other team has a chance to reply. So the Raiders go down the field, and it takes forever, and then they score 3 points, which means the Chargers, the only way the game continues is if they score 3 points. If they score 7 points, which is the other way to score, then they win. If they don't score, the Raiders win. The Chargers go down and score 3 points. And all of a sudden, there are 2 minutes left in the game. In a game where a tie sends both teams to the playoffs.
Why did the elephant cross the road?
Tied.
Because he couldn't fit in the trunk.
Nice. Thank you for the 18 months, Henri. I didn't, it's a B- though for me. Dan, thank you for the 2 months. Big Al, thanks for the 3. Irons, I appreciate the tier 1. Arguin, thank you for the 2. I did have a good Christmas, good New Year, everything. It was all good. Will Cole, thanks to the sub as well.
How did the pharaohs convince people to build their monuments? It was a pyramid scheme.
I gotta focus. I need to move on from looking at Miguel Reicinho while I'm telling this story. I need to progress while I'm telling stories. That's the art form here. So Reicinho, yes. Jamie Wynn. We are going to need the full report on him, please. And Kutsalic, definitely still on the 1 week at a time approach. So the game's tied. 2 minutes to go in overtime. The Raiders have the ball. They get about halfway up the field, which isn't close to try. It isn't close enough to try and like go for 3 more points, which is called a field goal. It's too far away, but it's still like right there. And so all of a sudden the Raiders start hut, and instead of falling over, they're just handing the ball off,
the pigeon cross the
which
road?
keeps the clock moving.
Was stapled to the chicken's foot.
And so everybody's starting to kind of look around. Even the announcers for the game, they're starting to look around like, well, they're just going to let the clock run out? Because they would just take the snap, which is the start of the play, and hut, and then just hand it off. And then the guy would run right into a wall of 300-pound dudes and fall over. And then 40 more seconds would go off the clock. And everybody's just, in my bed, I'm watching it, and I'm like, dude, they're going to let the clock run out. Like, they're just going to, like, this has never happened before. They're just going to let the clock run out. And then the last play, right? My TV quits.
What's Zealand's favorite piece of meat that he likes to share with everyone over the internet? Sirloin.
Which is hilarious because I have the TV package to watch NBC, but the app breaks. Third down. There are 4 downs. Third down. They're like 5 yards away from where you can conceivably attempt a field goal to win the game. So if they snap it and hand it off and they don't get anywhere, they're just going to let the clock run out and the game's going to end. I pull up an illegal stream on my phone, right? Which I'm annoyed by this because I have the legal way to watch the game and it's broken. It's broken. I'm paying for it, and it's broken. And I missed the play, so I don't know if it was a pass, if it was a run. And I see the field goal kicker running onto the field for Oakland. The guy that can score the 3 points to win the game, and I'm thinking, oh, what is going on? Why did they not just let this run out? Apparently that last play, they picked up like 7-8 yards. So now they're in range for a long field goal. 48 yards. The timeout was irrelevant. Anybody saying otherwise is stupid. But they gave up, much more importantly, they gave up a play for 10 yards.
Wait, Z, I missed the story. Can you tell it again, please?
Unfortunately, no. It's not a short one. It requires a lot of context. And then, on the last play of the game, in one of the weirdest field goals ever attempted, with like 2 seconds to go, Daniel Carlson is kicking a field goal that if he makes it, the Raiders and Pittsburgh go to the playoffs. If he misses it, the Raiders still go to the playoffs, and so do the Chargers, who he's kicking it against. And so he just tees up the 48-yarder and he freaking drills the field goal and knocks the Chargers out of the playoffs and puts Pittsburgh in on the last play of the game in overtime. So he was actually kicking the field goal for a team he wasn't on to get them to the playoffs.
Sitting in a tank. One says to the other, do you know how to drive this thing?
And so that is what happened last night. It was one of the weirdest, craziest NFL moments I'd ever seen. And he made it and knocked the Chargers out of the playoffs. I actually didn't hate the timeout. So if you don't know what a timeout is, you just stop the clock, stop everything. You have to call it before the play starts, and then you can talk about strategy. Before that third down play, the Chargers called a timeout, which I thought was smart, right? Because the only reason they're going to kick a field goal is if they get a long run. So you call a timeout, get your best defense out there to stop the run. They couldn't stop the run. And that was it. They give up a long field goal because they gave up the long run. I am convinced if they were able to stop the run, they would have just let the clock run out and they both would have gone to the playoffs. So it is pretty wild that all happened. Rocky Bashiri's in fabulous form. We're going to go ahead and praise it. Really pleased with your recent form, Rocky. Thank you for a return to your greatness that we always knew you had. And the Salzburg match on November 25th is approaching. It is our time. Zion, thank you so much for the gifted. JP, welcome to the Hammers. Resting Zeus, thank you for the Twitch Prime as well. A-Bomb, thank you so much for the 5 months. You know how to drive this thing. We'd actually heard that before, A-Bomb, but I love that joke with the 2 fish in the tank. It is quite great. Fizzy Mint, thank you for the year. Olaf, thank you for the year. Coolio, thanks for the 5. Andrew, thanks for the year. That's 3 golden bacon from Olaf, Fizzy Mint, and Andrew. That's got to be a record in a row. Weezers, thanks for the 9 months, too. Congrats on your child. Paul Will. Well, he's a little expensive, ain't he? Isn't he just? That's so many more like words than ain't he, though. Why would we want to do that? Well, that's my Salzburg scouting report. I don't want to go by that. 442 with Musa Dembele. And I thought that was Riyad Mahrez for a second, and I'm like, I quit. I give up. They did spend like $40 million on Suso. Aronson is a deep lying playmaker. It's weird. I don't want to allow the crosses.
Up the damn Dorfers. Happy New Year, baby girl.
He said, what now?
2 months until the baby comes. Should probably tell my girlfriend I'm not just getting fat.
Maybe.
Imagine waiting 9 months and not enough for the Twitch baby SMH. Couldn't be me.
Cool. A guy just put himself in the transfer list by request, and he looks like a good player that we're actively scouting. Spay, congratulations on your Twitch, child. Lucas, thank you for the 4. I see you. Just Flannel, thank you for the 7 months. Dangerous girth. Toxic, thank you so much for the 4 months. Welcome to the Hammers for over 3 months. Love to hear your thoughts about Antonio Brown. Oh, the dude that was on my NFL team and then just took all his clothes off and left the sideline. Look, I've heard the whole story from all the sides. The coach told him he was done, you know, because he wasn't going. But his coach told him he was done because he tried to put him back on the field. And Antonio Brown went, I'm not going out there. No. Why aren't you throwing me the ball? No, Antonio Brown is insane. I hope he gets help. He's insane. He's not right in the head. So I'm not going to sit here and bash him too much. He's just not okay. I think there is a difference between someone who is willingly bad and someone who is just like, he has no idea what's going on. I don't think you know the full story now. No, I wasn't on the sideline, but I have heard the people that were there talk about what was going on. So I feel like I know enough of the story to know that the person that was mainly in the wrong was him. and I also have listened to him in interviews and have passed judgment that I think he needs help.
Not sure if
as not an expert on the subject.
My dad is quite nostalgic. As he backed into the garage, he started talking about how it takes him back.
He has proof that he had an injury. Everybody on the team has an injury. That is a ridiculous, preposterous excuse. Sorry to jump over the dad joke there. It's football. Everybody on the team is getting a shot there. Not actually everybody. It's a figure of speech. Antonio Brown was told that he was done because he was making a whole fuss about not getting the ball. It has nothing to do with his ankle. I hope he gets the help that he needs. That's it.
Zed, why don't you actually play in the actual top 5 leagues? TV money makes UCL money be joke, and I think that in general this makes more of the teams in the league competitive and therefore harder to play.
I agree that it is harder to win a top 5 league than it is to win something like the Austrian league, for example, but I do have a very large gap to close on Salzburg. Not in points, mind you, but just in, you know, infrastructure and squad wages and ability and those sorts of things. But I play in the I play in leagues that I find it fun to play in, right? In Colombia, in Belarus, and I don't get, generally speaking, unless it's the right save, as much joy out of competing against Europe's best with, you know, Southampton. That doesn't bring as much joy to me. And it's absolutely no offense to Southampton. Look, I picked a team, you know, the type of team that you do a save with and you try. I'm not saying it's not hard to win the league and consistently compete at a super high level with guys like that. Teams like that. Bulky Bob Sapp, thank you for the 10 gifteds, dude. Thank you so much. Kenny Guy, Hiskey, Kuvan Freeman, Mark Snortbridge, the Nick, Panzer, Natasha, Max, Flamonti, Cycle. Welcome to the Hammers. Welcome to the Hammers. Thank you to Bulky Bob Sapp for throwing down 10 gifteds. 47 in a career. I'm not arguing he clearly needs help, but I would love to hear the full story altogether from every side. Yeah, I don't think you're ever gonna get it. Here's why. We'll do this. Hold on. Here's Antonio Brown on if he has CTE. This is a podcast called the Full Send Podcast.
As a PSV fan and a Zealand
that
fan,
he was on. This is the guy we're talking about.
To see you in that shirt, Bible thump.
Mikey, thanks for the 5.
Got my Twitch, baby. Wow.
This was honestly, it was this interview that I was like, okay, something's wrong. Listen to like this is on if he has CTE, which is the brain disease that basically every NFL player has. This is him talking about it.
All right, it's CTE. So how you gonna say a player that's living in real time, who putting up real stats, who's standing for real purposes, who doing real things, got CTE?
But you think, for instance, hits like that you took
Bro,
against...
I'm a wide receiver. What wide receiver you know has CTE?
All of them.
Vincent Jackson? Did you hear the Tampa Bay Bucks talk about Vincent Jackson CTE?
Just finished catching up with the last stream. Hope you started well into 2022 and had a great holiday. Greetings from Luxembourg.
I have not.
See, you open up a whole lot of can of whoop ass.
What does that mean?
We kumbaya and a lot of stuff starting to come to the surface. You just asked me about CTE. I played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl last year, and they had a player who died from what, Bob?
Yeah, I guess.
That's not even true. Like, just for the record, Vincent Jackson, who is a wide receiver for the Buccaneers, who tragically passed away at a young age, was not on that team. Like, you watch 40 seconds of him just kind of talking about something, and you're like you know how your brain starts to freak out when it's interpreting, like it's trying to interpret something and it's not making sense? Everything he's saying is kind of like that, right? Where your brain's like, why am I not getting that? Like, what is wrong with me for not understanding what he's saying?
Judging by the haircut, the way he speaks, the only help he can get is through a nice white jacket with the sleeves tied behind the back.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that either.
I met a homeless man named Rich.
Look, I'm not an expert on this. I'm not claiming to be, right? There are a million people on the planet that know a heck of a lot more about this sort of stuff than I do. But as a human being, an individual, there's something going on, right? Like, you're talking to if you're talking to that guy in a Starbucks, you're like, what? You know, like, huh? You know? This is just kind of where your brain goes when you're trying to, like, put together what he's saying. You're just like, what? Like, what's going on? And being a professional athlete, you got to have your eggs in a basket, right? You have to be able to deal with stuff and handle stuff, because they're withstanding so much more pressure than you or I are, right? They need to have their stuff more together than we do, and their thoughts more in line, and their thought processes more in line to be able to handle that stuff. And I just don't think, at least based off like the interviews I've seen, that he seems to be struggling to do that. And so, yeah, you can only diagnose CT when somebody is dead. Can you play a game, please? I'm working on it, Justo. Yeah, CTE stands for chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It's like what boxers get and American football players get. And I've watched a documentary about it. That's the only reason that, and there's a documentary about the guy that first found CTE in an NFL player. And now it's something they look for all the time. Check DMs. God. Is this really the time to flirt? I mean, we can. I all know, just DM a private warning. I'm addicted to cat pics. Fair enough. Just like a calendar, and Dombele's Spurs days are numbered. He just hasn't gained Conte's trust. And Conte's not exactly a second chance type of guy, so I don't know how that's gonna go. End of contract. Okay.
A face as soft as a baby's buttocks.
I really like Samson Tajani. We're wrapping up our scouting of him, but it's great. Yeah, I know. I shaved. I mean, it was time. I was going home to see my mother, and you can't show up looking, like you just walked out of the woods after 6 months chopping down trees. And so I shaved. Kept it clean-faced. I actually don't like him very much. My scouts are like, but I'm more like, wah, wah, wah. Need a better. Boo! There we go. It's like, I need a better sound effect. Wait a second. I've got a whole board full of sound effects in front of me. No.
Finally back after moving.
No.
Let's go, Dorfers.
End of contract. Okay. Welcome back, dude. Panji. Thank you. Beard rights. Look good in the beard? No, I think my best look's probably a 5 o'clock shadow. I know some of you probably have pretty strong opinions about what my best look would be. I'm thinking 5 o'clock shadow. You know, not full beard. I think the full beard I get a little patchy. But a 5 o'clock shadow is a good way to go. Just to let you know that it could be there. But then not grow it in too much to where you need to put like beard cream in there. That's what my brother does. I don't know if I'm at that level. First time live viewers, I'm living in Vienna. Your Dorfers got me hooked. Love the content. Yo, Amund, welcome to the streams.
No,
I appreciate it.
This month, but on my way home after being stuck at my parents' with COVID for 2 weeks, and the Dorfers are back to let's go.
Get this man a fez. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's great news.
At COI, and thanks for the safe suggestion video. Trying to win the CL from Africa, but with Malia not suitor.
More power to you. Godspeed, partner. Ben, that's cool. Ben Swansea, by the way, was in New York. We hung out. The mod. Is actually the first member of the mod team that I met in person because COVID has hamstrung the sorts of events and things where we would all be able to meet and get together. Bit of stubble works for you, Servalor. I appreciate that. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket. I have a feeling I'd rock a handlebar mustache. I actually wouldn't. And there's a really sneaky reason why. As you can probably tell, my hair is lighter today because I've been in the sun for a week, which is a rare occurrence. My hair is actually not brown. It is very dark red. And so when I have facial hair, it is... I don't know the exact science behind this. But when I grow out the beard and then I am in the sun for a little bit, it looks like I have ketchup in my beard. And so if I grow out a mustache, it becomes lighter and gingery. Like the more sun exposure that it gets, and facial hair changes color a lot easier than the hair on your head, I have discovered. So if I have a mustache, it's actually pretty light. Yeah, we're gonna need to see that. Fair. Watch what you're saying about gingers. I'm not saying there's any problem with that. I'm just saying that unless you have like a nice full-bodied ginger hair color, right, from the offset, it doesn't look good for a mustache. Like if you have a deep red, you can pull off a mustache, but I don't. I have that kind of strawberry brown sort of thing going on, so the mustache kind of washes out. You know, it looks very skeevy. You know? Rather focus on the match itself. Apparently the Salzburg coach has been praising me. Training's been excellent. Love the 2-question press conferences. Let's get into it. Let's play. Let's play a match.
Smile.
It's like an hour to get through that international break. Multiple stories, but you know, we live, we learn. Hey, Davey, our Discord, we got CSGO as one of the voting options if you want to go lead every single person in our Discord to victory. Davey's a professional CSGO player, by the way. He clicks heads. I sometimes misclick on what substitution I want to make, but you know, we're not the same. So happy 7 months, Jordan. Thank you so much. Happy 7 months to you. It's your day. Cheesecake, thank you for the 2. You're beautiful, no matter what they say. Words won't bring you down. Thank you. I appreciate that. And some reason I feel like that's a song that Hillary Duff would have written.
My dad jokes are just like my dad. Deep.
Ula, thank you so much for the 4 months. Molinho, I appreciate the 6th. Yeah, I don't. There are a couple of directions that joke could go, and I don't know which one Molinho was going for, but neither of them were great, so we're going to go with a C. Nix, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. What would you say? What would happen if Pinocchio would say, I can't read dad jokes. Oh, what would happen if Pinocchio said my nose will extend?
I was wondering if
that's the truth. It will eventually.
Panzer fish or tiger sharks. Also misclicked my sub like you.
A World War II tank joke from Davey. Thank you for the 5 months. First time I've caught you live. Happy days. Welcome in, Sando. The paradox turns him into a real boy. Glad we could fix Pinocchio. Put that dude on futures. I almost put him on target, but his lack of like full potential makes me not as excited because there are obvious holes in his game. This dude has no
Happy
technique. Absolutely not.
Hope you had a great holiday.
Thanks, man.
Good to see you back streaming.
It's great to be back streaming. Obviously, we had a lot of things to talk about. No, and you know, finally, there's not like a great interruption on the horizon to the streaming schedule, and so we're going to be able to do all of the things that we've wanted to do, but we haven't had the time to do over the months of moving here and doing all that stuff. And apparently, I've been too hard on Freddie Salazar, but I can continue to praise these guys. Venema's training well. Go,
Venema.
Venema.
What do you call a dad joke mixed with a rhetorical question?
Right. You know the worst thing? I've heard that joke before. We have heard that joke before, and I still missed it. Captain Ginger, thank you for the 4 months. Luca, thank you for the 13.
First time I've been able to catch a stream since I went back to work.
Nice.
What happens when you eat aluminium foil? You sheet metal.
Sheet metal's very useful for construction. Bruno, thank you for the Twitch Prime, and welcome to the Hammers. Match day, Red Bull Salzburg, hosting the Dorfers of Florid. This Dorf. Oh, by the way, the jersey is here. Look at that. The Floridsdorfer jersey got in last night. It is here. The one that they sent me then fell out of the package. Then we had to go through the claims process to get the money back, and then they sent to me again. It is here.
Hey Zed, thank you for getting me into Football Manager. It's been great fun. Quick question better. What's the better Ian Dark called? Go USA or it's John Brooks?
John Brooks.
Keep missing streams now that I work nights, but hi again.
The chat wants you to open it. I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now.
Joke. Very good joke.
Nah. I can't do it right now. Get Pooch out of there. Let me set the team, and then I'll tell you what we're gonna do with it. Akas Keshkish. I guess we drop Rocky Bashiri. Threw Bashiri out there, Akas Keshkish, and Bumberger. Then we've got better defenders everywhere, which is what we want. We have Ian Ortiz on the bench. Custodia. He's whispering to everybody. Custodia is the captain. I mean, the guy's got to be on the field. Anthony Schmidt is gassed. But we do have Raul Asensio, who's been nothing but... I've heard nothing but terrible things. He's been terrible since he joined the team, so we can't really use him. Leai and Schmeat. Schmeat's just going to have to give me a full game. I don't know. He's going to reach in somewhere and just give me a full game. I am going to start Paul Nolan in this game because of his work rate, his ability to retain possession. But I am not super happy about it. I think Igor Vidic. This is a game where Vidic is going to shine. I know we're really mixing it up. And this has like shades of like Pep over tinkering. But this is it. This is what we're doing. So, absolute teaser. I know. I am.
Having a rough time, RN. Thanks for the diversion, Z. Hashtag up the Dorfers greets from Bavaria, where the best beer is from Smile.
No, I'm not going to put it on YouTube. I'm not going to put the thing on YouTube. I'm going to put it on TikTok. And I know that you're like, oh my God. But I have realized that it's something that I should probably be pretty good at. So that's where we're going to open it. Even bigger sellout. My favorite thing, I had a guy comment on a video from like 2 months ago where I said that the beta lunch was the cleanest I'd seen in a while. And he asked me how much they'd paid me to say that. And jokingly, I responded, well, I think they've given me a shirt one time, which is true. They've mailed me 2 shirts in 3 years. To which his response was, at least you admitted it. Most people don't. And I was like, what? Yes. My integrity's been bribed by 2 shirts. So if you're wondering if I'm a sellout, that's your answer. What's a tube? Never heard of it. Sarcasm doesn't work on the internet. Oh, it does. I use it a lot. It's like, yeah, I'm a sellout. I got a lot of that when I made the video about making FM like a subscription service so that we could, we could get the updates as soon as they were made. I had no idea how many people had been emotionally harmed by subscription services in the past. I had a lot of people that were like, they're using him to test the waters for a subscription service. They paid him to see how the community would react, but we're not going to take it. We're not going to stand here and have the wool pulled over our eyes. And the moon landing was fake. Yeah, wake up, sheeple. There's a conspiracy afoot. I think there's a general assumption that things are more organized than, like, you always assume they are.
My favorite streamer really is a sellout for getting 2 shirts from FM. I'm crying. Just kidding, of course. Up the Dorfers 10-month hype.
Yeah, I would be careful not to step into Rule 4 territory. That's why I went after the moon landing. I think that's a pretty safe, like, guys, I'm pretty sure we got to the moon. I wasn't there myself, but pretty sure we got there. What I'm saying is there is this human nature assumption that things are more organized than they actually are. I am just like you, and I mean that not in like celebrities are just like us. One, I'm not a celebrity. I'm usually in my boxers when I'm filming YouTube videos. That's my job. Okay. What I mean is my brain works the same way. Right? You're not real, man. God, I love that scene. Like, sometimes I wake up and I just don't want to talk to anybody. Or,
Whoa.
like, Ben has seen my setup. Was it anything like you thought it would be? There's a reason I haven't done a setup tour. It's a mess. My camera is on an Amazon Prime delivery box.
Woogo Dorfers.
So what are you talking about? I'm talking about the fact that people assume that there is an infrastructure in place that's organized enough for Football
Baby
Manager
next
to
month,
bribe me if
hope
they wanted
you had
to.
a good vacation, Zed. All the best.
That's the summary of what I'm talking about. That people assume that Football Manager and myself are in cahoots, that I have a single number of somebody that works for Football Manager. I have Nick Madden's. I do have Nick Madden's, but Nick Madden and I have a passionate love affair, and that's okay. I think he's a cool guy. And because I think he's a cool guy, he's agreed to do videos with me that I think have been helpful for everybody in the community to at least understand how people at SI think about what's going on in the game. And I think all of that is cool. Right? But there is no, like, organization to that. That's what always cracks me up, is when people are like, oh, the Football Manager paid him to say that. I'm like, dude, I've talked to Miles like twice in my life, ever. It never is he sitting there like, you know, we'd love to use your reach and influence to persuade the populace. It's always like, hey, man, hey. And that's it. It's exactly what you'd say if you were a
How do the sellout
Schultz.
shirts feel when you put them on? Now you have to take some of Jeff Bezos' money as punishment, and many thanks for all the entertainment.
Fair enough. Honestly, they're pretty comfortable. The shirts are cool. You know, the first time the game sent me something, I was like, oh, wow, they know who I am. Like, oh, it's kind of a cool feeling. At the same time, if I'm playing the match, the match engine breaks, I'm still going to be like, dude, what is wrong with this game? For the whole thing with Slavisha Radovic that just happened. All right, here we go. Salzburg.
What do Attic and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both Paris sites.
Next, we've heard that before, but thank you for the 22 months, dude. I appreciate it. I would assume, like, when you're looking at organizational structures, like, oh, there's a big conspiracy to do, like, the people you're talking about have your level of organizational skills, right? Like, it's all, like, it's the same thing, you know? Like, they're working with human beings. And they don't have the ability to organize that either. So things just kind of happen. Like, anytime I see something big happen in the news, I'm like, oh, that probably just happened because, like, somebody wasn't paying attention, right? Like, there isn't the level of organization in society to pull that off if they wanted to. Granted, and I hope you would have known this already, I value the value of my opinion too much to do that. It's why I don't take ads that I feel like would be detrimental to the channel either. I don't take ads for games or things that I don't use or play personally.
We doing a watch along for the MLS Super Draft tomorrow?
We can set one up in the Discord. It's not going to happen during the stream, right? All right, little trust goes a long way. What a way to get back into the swing of things. An international break, a whole bunch of scouting, the moon landing, and now we've got to play Salzburg.
I have a player with 5-star potential. He came at 15, now 17. Low score in training, has declined in ability. If I criticize his performance or training, he gets mad and says he's not bad. He also has team best striker stats at 17. What do I do? Sell? Loan?
Keep playing him. I would keep playing him.
Happy New Year.
Schwafta.
I wonder if it will bless us with the return
Turn
of
into the
star's
storm.
Name redemption. Z and Mashaka.
Seedco, we will be turning that on, I believe, for next season. I think we're reaching a point where our staff is not going to turn over as aggressively. Oh my goodness, Interseer's on! What is that touch, dude? Oh my goodness. What is that touch? Stay focused. Stay focused on the game. Hinterseer's got the killer instinct of a toddler. I like our possession, though. Their midfield's not putting too much pressure on our midfield. It's when we go back to the center backs that we're in trouble, because they can press our back four really well. Nice, Nolan. Oh, Vainema. Nick Vainema! I'm okay with that. Obviously. That was possession. We passed our way through the team. We got through the middle. Not super normal. Dang it, Bumberger. Come on, Bashiri. Come on, Bashiri. And he's off. And he's off.
New bacon up the Dolphins.
No, bring it down. Bring the ball down. There he goes. Come on, baby. What a choke. Okay. Not lower standard. Gonna meet them a little further up. We don't have play out of defense on right now, but I'm gonna be honest. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. And so distribute fullbacks, play
After
out.
this touch, you should set up
Balanced.
his name to Timberseer.
Alrighty. We've killed the audio in the game somehow. And it's back. Come on, Vainema. It's really not Bashiri's game. He's in there because he's just a great defensive asset for our team, but as forward positions, he is a liability. No, that's not good. That's not good. What a play! Come on, Javi. We're just, I mean, if they're going to be able to make those runs and complete those passes, we're screwed. I'll tell you now.
Still catching up with your save on Zealand Live. Screw Red Bull and up the Dolphins.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah! Septic, thank you for the 10. Hello. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Vasquez got caught in the offside trap there. Is he on? Yes, what an outstanding save by Jamal Blackman, and I am officially going to hit the opposition instructions, and we are going to take this off on Mirez, and we're just going to stick Dembele. Can't drop too deep. We'll give him too much possession. We'll lose our ability to influence this game. We just need our 3 excellent defenders that we have on the field to be able to check Moussa Dembele, please. I realize that's difficult. We're probably going to need Blackman to make 1 or 2 more big saves. But the fact that he's only had to make 1 and then Dembele choked the other is nice. Custodio. We have our best passing player on the ball. That's it. We've used up our quota of him not scoring those plays, okay? We've used it up. Give me Keskis. Switch. Switch. Wanaka's Keshkish on that side, because obviously Bumburger can't handle it. Switch! Thank you, Jamal. All right. Oh, my... Dang it!
9 months. What a moment.
You're the captain of the team! Who are you, Granite
What's
Shakash?
the difference between Leeds United and a teabag? The teabag stays in the cup long as E and Big Brain.
Anderson. Get in here. Inter Zero was bad anyways. God, it's unfortunate. Alrighty, perfectly fine. It's a tough job that Venema has. Alright, short tempo, that, regroup after losing the ball. We will still try to distribute quickly. Alright, just need to make those tweaks. We still want to distribute quickly because we might be able to catch
these last 6 months.
No problem, man.
Up the Dorfers.
We will try and catch Venema in, but we want to regroup because we don't have the numbers forward to counter press effectively. So there's no point.
Just funny, they're hilarious.
That's fine. That wasn't a big chance. Whoa! Why are we doing that?
Custodio on yellow and 6.3 is a red card or possession lose threat. However, he fixed it himself with a sub out.
Yeah, Blackman, you kind of made that one. Right, we're gonna do distribute to the whole back line and cautious mentality and don't work it into the box and low crosses, and that is it. Long ball is just not going to work, so we are going to have to pass the ball out of the back and just hoof it clear once we run into any trouble, which is what we'll do when we take off play out of defense. Good header, Bashiri. I think we got a chance to make this a 0-0, but we need to tighten up. This Blackman's had a monster first half. Attaboy, attaboy. Run with it. God, you're so bad. Okay, we can force them into those types of shots. We'll be all right. And we're meeting Suso at the point of attack. So we have a red card. It's halftime. We're at Salzburg, but it's 0-0. So, obviously, thank you so much for the 2. Kilgore, it's a solid joke. B+. Thanks for the 5 months. Shenwar, thank you for the 6. Congrats on the silver. Glad you could be a part of it. Vargs, thanks for the 9. KS, thank you for the 9 as well. Congrats on your children. Sepsikin, thank you so much for the 10. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the prime. Samuel, thank you for the 2. Scuba Steve, thanks for the 6. Son Tailsick, thank you so much for the 5. Seedco, thank you for the 6. Bradley D. Lewis, thank you for the 3. And the idea. Just take a look at this. Other ratings coming in, the stuff that we can't see. Anthony Schmidt not exactly covering himself in glory here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Slavija Radovic and play with 2 supporting wingers on either side. Radovic is nervous, but you know what? You want to play, this is when you're going to play, bud. I mean, Raul Asensio has the quality, but he doesn't know the team. But he's also not nervous. And I would like to bring in somebody that's not nervous. Maybe he doesn't know the position super well. You've been unlucky so far. I do believe that. Paul Nolan, I Have faith in you, man. Come on. He's 18, and honestly, he's on a 6.6, which compared to the rest of the team is just fine after that first half. And I have thrust Paul Nolan into quite the spotlight, especially with his midfield mate going out. So I love Maximilian Weber. Darn good player. Ooh. Ooh. Good defense. Chill. What an awful delivery that was. A great play by Nick Venema. Up to the edge of the box, up. Whoa. They had about 5 guys up against the back line right there. We're going to drop our center midfield at about 75 minutes. Fitness is looking good. Oh, here we go. This is our goal right here. When I saw Venema break for that ball, I was like, oh. Just some glancing header to give Venema a chance to run onto it, and then all of a sudden, you know, that was our moment. Oh, yeah! Cash. Oh, Nolan, please, dear God. He was sizing it up. I can't take him off ball 1 or 2 because I need him to close the space down. Cash, just a second bad giveaway. Oh! Blackman didn't read that well. What's going on? Okay. We're good. Oh, that was the chance. Elias, that was the chance. Now this is the chance right here. That's all right, Jamal. Take your time, man. Take your time. Take your time. Chill. Everybody chill. Venema, we're going to take him off for fresh legs, and Jerry and Bakogu, right? We have no other subs, which means I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to wait and see who gets tired. That's fine. There you go. There is space somewhere out there. Vidic, he's got wheels. Oh, he almost took him. Rocky, just cover the middle. Go fit. Yeah, there you go. Bashiri just went into the middle. That's fine. Bashiri literally plays center back. Moussa Dembele blocked that shot. Ref! That's not going to help his confidence. Poor kid.
I don't have a joke, but I still have Bezos money to spend.
I appreciate that. Van Bradley, thanks for the 17. Dirt, thank you so much for the 5. Divinity with the Prime and Stone Age Microwave. Both of them just spent Bezos money, too. We just spent $20. Jeff Bezos money, just like that. Free. Or, D. Sorry. Thank you for the 5.
Breaking news, the CDC has changed the COVID isolation period from 5 days to 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry.
I can't remember what I was angry at you for, Free, but I'm sure it was justified. Thank you for the... Thank you for the 13. Okay. Come on, Jamal. Come on, Jamal. Come on, Jamal. Come on. Oh, man. Oh. He was right there. Oh, he was so close to that one. Go the other way, you fool. Right. Anderson onto attack. Asensio is going to join the attack here. And Jerry and Bakogu is going to be the pressing forward. So we got fresh legs, and we got somebody that can certainly stretch a defense. You know, just give us a little bit of a chance to get in there. Oh, baby. That was tight. Gotta go for it. We're only down 1. There's a few minutes left. Come on, Nolan, run! Oh, he got the offside trap wrong. Now we bring it back. Now the odds of us being able to pull it off are too low to justify the rambunctiousness. And we're just trying to preserve the happiness of the team. Just check it one more time. And in a different world, we were really very competitive. Just got it all wrong there. Got it all wrong. But, red card in the first half and a penalty being the opening goal is just not a great way for all of this to have gone down. Boy, we are competitive with them, though. I really do believe that. On the road and everything, we are competitive with them. Sorry, lads. We'll get them next time. So I'll try and pass on to them, too. All right, our captain got sent off for yellow card accumulation in the first half. That's just not a good start to any match. Still a lot to shoot for, even if we're not going to be able to catch them at the top of the league just yet. And we're still clear in third. We just got to keep making a statement, keep beating all the teams that we're supposed to beat, that we're out in front of, and good things will happen to us this season. So who's next? Lafnitz, beautiful, great opportunity to reset. We go from the hardest game of the year to the easiest game of the year against the worst team in the league at home. Your disappointment and defeat must surely be compounded by the fact you failed to register. I didn't notice that, but they did a very good job defensively. Room for excitement on what the rest of the season might bring. I agree with that. Just get out there and make the biggest impact that we can. Kirby Respector, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, dude. Welcome to the Hammers. This season, Europe next season, win the league. We can hope. I mean, it's tough. They're a very good team. They've got Deith Chong coming off the bench. So, quality through and through. They're paying some great wages over there. We've got to just keep building this young core. I think Lei would have been better than Vidic. Hindsight, you're probably right.
Months, and the first thing I gotta say is wear beard.
It was shaved off. I went home. I didn't want the mother having to deal with that. Training to improve his crossing. How about ball control? You need to work on something offensive, Rocky. You got the defense mostly figured out. Well, something technical. His technique is terrible. Coffee Bean, thank you for the 13, though. And I'm glad you're back in the streams. I mean, that's cool. Love the new skin update, by the way. Great work. Look, the credit goes to FM Enhanced. I provide the guy the tools. He is a gifted skin maker. And it's been really fun to work on the project with him. And we bounce ideas off each other. But when it comes to actually executing them and hot fixes and those sorts of things, he's really good. I'm just happy I'm able to provide him the tools to put the skin together. But I agree. The update to 4.0 is tremendous. I think it accomplished a lot of the things that we'd set out to accomplish updating it. So why can your mother deal with your brother's beard and not yours? Because he maintains his much better than I do. And my brother also doesn't have long hair. If you have long hair and a beard, you're looking a little too disheveled for my mother's taste. Finally caught a stream. Yo, Porsmos, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. 4231. It's formation that can actually give me some serious problems. Schmidt and Asensio both just covering themselves in glory. On a no-nonsense Akko's ever really hit. I mean, I shouldn't have to, though. He's fine. Man, he just makes mistakes during the games, though. He makes mistakes during the games, and that is a bad time to make mistakes. You know, training's one thing. The games, though, making mistakes during the games, not good. I'm going to go with Asensio and Salazar. Try and shake the wings free, because Leai hasn't been in great form, and I wanted somebody with the pace on the outside to run, to test the defense. Obviously didn't get a lot of opportunities to do that, and which is a shame. I got Bashiri on like an important player deal. No, just regular starter. Cool. We can rotate him out for a game. Go Bumberger and Keshkish try and get their form back together. Ortiz has got some more offensive chops there. Then we'll put Raul Asensio on attack as he learns that position, and Slavija Radovic gets the left wing back spots, and we will bump our lines up to higher and get ready to rock. Bilal, did we make our decision on you? Yeah, I don't want you. Okay. And this is the end of the trial of Jose Antonio Caro. I did not mean to skip that. Please. Oh, thank goodness. All right, Custodio, can you talk him out of this? Cream Conte is not happy. Doesn't hurt when you get hurt for 3 months right at the start of your career.
1 year into the community. Looking forward to the FM multiplayer sections of the Discord. Now it's pun time. How many general relativity theorists does it take to change a light bulb? 2, 1 to hold the bulb, and 1 to rotate space.
Quad, thank you for the year. Heedy, thank you for the prime, and Servo, thank you for the 9 months. Congrats on the child.
What's made out of leather and sounds like a sneeze? A shoe?
That was an A-. That was good.
Hi Zealand, just wanted to thank you for your Football Manager for Beginners series. It helped me a lot with getting into the game. Also, can you give Thomas a manga search? He helped me get 1860 Munich to the Bundes.
Thomas, I know that guy. I don't think I've ever signed him before, but I've definitely scouted him aggressively. Pandemic, thank you so much for the $15. I'm glad it helped. And we'll take a look at him right now. So nobody wants Conte, but I am absolutely agreeing to move him along. Santiago Alfaro is a new scout that we've been able to acquire. Our scouting department desperately needs help. And almost 2 hours into the stream, I'm going to remind everyone who hasn't already seen it to go to the announcements channel in the Discord. I second that. We need as many votes as possible so that the games that you want to play and talk about in our Discord are there, right? Because if you don't provide your opinion, they might not be there, and you're missing out on being able to play your games around other cool people, or at least talk about them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the announcement section of the Discord, as we talked about it earlier on stream as well. There's Caro, bring him back. Alfaro, we need to sort out. Josef Starik. It's good, but not great. Kerr Smith, I think money would be more of an issue on this guy, but he's not a lone interest either. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, Tony Weston. No, Curse Smith, actually, I'm going to keep our scouting up on him. Oh, we're closing in on his birthday, aren't we? We're closing in on Van der Horst's birthday. A lot of new head coaches just got hired in the international scene.
It's a pleasure to see you return
got hired
home
last
safely,
year.
my liege. Carry the Dolphins to victory, my lord.
I shall! Coach Jeter, thank you for the 21 months. We shall. Do. I like Seydu. Not enough to bump him into the targets, but definitely enough to bump him into the maybes. Van der Horst's birthday is the first. I need this kid. Van der Horst turns 18 on the 1st. We don't have the money. Board! Please! I'm begging you, board. Come on. We're second in the league, board. We are second in the league. We're second in the league. I need just a little bit. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. Just a teensy bit more. Oh, that would hurt. It would also be worth it, but it would hurt. They are never happy with the freaking... It's unbelievable. Thank you, João Oliveira. The agent's always like, oh, they'd be fine with that. Wait a second. This is unbelievable. Outrageous. Why would we sell AI? Because he's the only player that has outside interest, natural outside interest right now. Because the qualities that he brings to the game. So I just wanted to put an asking price out there to try and bait in an offer. It would hurt. I mean, he's getting better. He's you know, a good part of the team's got a bright future. Long way to go to reach his potential. Chiquinho character is a beast. Vito Matijevic is actually an end of contract interest at this point. Short list of players nearing the end of their contract. Malin Almog. This dude is a very strong outside player. Interest peaked. We'll look up Among in a second. We gotta be confident the president shares your ambitions. Yes, intent on gaining a measure of revenge. The players been looking forward to this one for a while. We did actually drop points to them last time. Thomas Among. He is at Standard Liège. He is a ridiculous physical player. Strong, super fast. I think he has like 9 finishing though. Like he has the downsides and the technicals. It's the reason that insane physicality doesn't do anything for him at the super high level, but he has moved to Standard Liège for 400,000 after bouncing through the Danish Super League. He's only got 4 appearances this year for Standard Liège, so he hasn't really landed on his feet with a club that appreciates his unique skill set, which is unfortunate. Do you still have the guy in a month to month? Yeah, the reason we haven't let him go is because he starts. Javi Vasquez. Thomas Wagenhorfer, I need money! See, in real life, I'd be able to go to them and say, look, I know money is a little tight, but we're second in the league. And I cannot express to you how valuable this Vanderhorst guy is going to be. I mean, this is a once-in-a-save opportunity to pick up a player who is uniquely gifted.
Unfortunately, no dad joke from me, but much love.
All the love back to you. Thank you for being a part of the Hammers, Katababa. Thanks for the 4. You're third in the league. Don't lie to us. He's gaslighting us. We riot at dawn.
Dang, 11 months already. Thanks for nearly a year of memories. I am gonna try and get a Pepe jersey when I go to the USA Honduras game for the second coming.
Oh my God, look at the stats that he just put up, dude. Look at the stats. Then I would make you a star, dude. I'd make you a star. It's so little money. We might actually be able to do it. Oh. Ow. We might actually be able to do it. Hold on. We can swing it, but I'm worried. There are a lot of teams interested in him, man. There are a lot of teams interested in him. So I need to make this deal good. It's got to be very enticing, very sumptuous. And be like, yo, I'm gonna give you 62. I'm gonna pay your agent 100%. All right, we can float these costs, the transfer budget and everything. I'll give you a fat signing on fee, which is just gonna add a little bit more, prorated over the course of the contract, of course. Relegation release clause of 0. Landmark assist bonus at 13 as well. And I want to make this contract super enticing. You hear me? It's like, obviously he's going to accept that star player. You can come and play as a star. And now we wait. I am assuming those other teams that are interested in him also had this day bookmarked. The same way that I did. What's this list? What is this? Austria Player of the Year award. Oh my, Jean Oliveira's there. What a guy. But I vote fairly. I believe in fair competition, so I'm just gonna go off rating. Omar Soleil. Honestly, the dude at SV Red should probably win it. You're getting that kind of rating there. Erkan Kara, third, the Rapid Fien striker. But Jean Oliveira's on the list, which is cool. And now we wait. This could be maybe the biggest day of the stream. We also have the American core. We've got Nolan, we've got Ortiz, we have 2 Americans, and we have Vidic, we have Sheefkin, we've got 2 Canadians. They're basically the same thing, right? They won't be on the 30th of January, but they're usually the same thing. $49? And Caleb Spear, the center back. We have 5 North American teenagers in our like front 30 players. What are you doing? Building 2 nations? No, I mean, honestly, accidentally, yes. But the key to building a nation is you try and build up your team first. Right? Like, I need my team to be good. And once my team is good, we start signing and developing the best Austrian players into real world beaters. You know, we corner the Austrian market. But you need your team to be at the level where we're the best team in Austria first, so that we're leading that charge, or us and Salzburg are leading that charge together. I like that guy, actually. Alfaro's providing his previous knowledge recommendations. Ended up throwing an into contract guy in there, which is fine. Nicholas Binder. No. Eddie Silvestre. I have a Silvestre on loan with me right now. Fun fact of the day. Nope. Started scouting. Cool. Andy Longbow's just been offered a new contract. Don't care. Smeets just started. Hot prospect recommendations. Just Thomas Führender has a chance to grow into a first-team player. If we can get him on into contract and start developing a few Austrians alongside our cadre of other cheaper players, then maybe we do that. This dude's just striked into contract, cancel the assignment. That would be an interesting end of contract. I think we need to cultivate a pretty ambitious end of contract shortlist, because we are going to, if we hold, you know, if we hold serve, right, if we continue to do what we've been doing, we are going to finish way higher than anybody would have expected us to finish, and that is going to give us a huge boost in reputation. So an ambitious end of contract list could provide us with signings from like lower Bundesliga teams, guys that could step right into the team. Leon Schuster, you do not like big matches. Get out of here. In like a seriously bad way, doesn't like big matches.
Good to see you donning my club's kit with the old logo.
Yeah, I got it from the mystery football guys. And of course, send me one for every time they sponsor a video, so it's always fun for me. I do as many sponsorships for them as I want. Be like, yeah, more shirts, yeah. Sir Playas, thank you for the 15 months as part of the Hammers. And Stevie T, thanks for the 10. Mr. Got Game, thanks for the 11. Healthy, I appreciate the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Can you train players out of fearing big matches? That is a hidden attribute called pressure. It's one of the hidden attributes that every player has. It doesn't just affect their ability in big matches. It affects how they respond to you yelling at them, how they play in rivalry games. You know, right? Like how they handle pressure as an individual. You have to baby them and give them a bunch of confidence when they're under those sorts of pressure situations, or, you know, can you put as much pressure on them like, hey, I need better development from you, and they're going to get fired up by that instead of wilting away from the spotlight. Pressure is something that can change with mentoring, but it is not a super fast moving one. And so if somebody's got red, doesn't like big matches, I mean, unless you got somebody with 20 pressure, which, let's be honest, vast majority of teams, you don't have somebody that has 20 pressure, which would be iron-willed. Right, and their ability to withstand in the highest pressure situations and just be ridiculously clutch. To tutor them with, even when you do that, you're probably not going to end up with somebody that is great at handling pressure. So it's not like a fantastic situation to be in. And I went through most of those because we're reading the message in the bottom left. They were just end of contract people that like a month before the transfer window opens. They always highlight that. Okay, Lafnitz playing the 4-2-3-1. We don't have Custodio for this match because of his suspension. We are going to bring Leai up to the bench. Caleb Spear gone. Bashiri is our substitute there. Nolan is going to keep playing. I want Asensio and Salazar. We need new ideas on the wing. Those guys have had poor starts to their career, but I think that we're on to something here. Interzier wasn't influential in the last game, so we're going to switch it up with Oliveira. I think Bumberger, Keshkish has been a good tandem for us. Radovic and Ortiz flanking them. Radovic has been fine this year, so it should be all right. And Jerry is going to be dropped in this game. I think we need a little more versatility on our bench. I would have gone with Kareem Conte, honestly, but he doesn't seem interested in the idea. So I am going to provide that. No, we'll leave him. We'll leave him. We're fine. We got our team set up the way we want. Limited individual instruction. Do we have guys that cut in here? He's cutting in. Meilinger is cutting in. So we got a couple of guys that cut in. Got to make sure we close them down, get to them quickly. And next match only this a little bit. Make sure we're all set up. The Paul Nolan out there with his 17 work rate and 85 teamwork to just tie things up. And then instead of Ian Ortiz, we are going to focus on João Oliveira. Bashiri's not in there. And we do have Nolan on the post that we're going to need to swap out. Honestly, it's every time we bring Ortiz into the team because he's swapping with Rocky Bashiri, who's arguably the best aerial player on our team. And we've got to take him out. It's not a fully fit team, but we're Lafnitz at home. We owe them, which is annoying. Let's go, baby. We're at the Fog Plots. Let's make it happen. Good ways to improve professionalism. Tutor them with old players. Professionalism goes up with age regardless, and the studies we've done always goes up with age. So even if a dude starts with one professionalism, if he's like 40 years old, his professionalism's like 11 or 12. It goes up that much. Has Interzier ever been influential in a game? Yes, he has. As much as we might bash Interzier from time to time, he has, you know, he contributes. He's quality. I just don't think he's found a groove for an extended period of time. I'm going to do an immediate encourage and make sure we have the right level of intensity today because we have rotated the team a good bit. We needed to. And we only have one creative force out of the midfield today, and we're playing with a couple of guys that have not been in good form, as this is an opportunity to jumpstart them. Whoa, Nim! Nim is raiding. We need emotes. Yo! Hey! 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 We need emotes in the chat. There are a lot of people here. We must defend the raid, people. Assembled peoples. And as the emote war rages on, thank you so much for the raid. I'm glad you're enjoying. I'm glad you're enjoying Football Manager so much, and I'm happy to have you raid in for a second time. The last time we raided him, he's a great streamer. It was doing his end of year show, and my mom watched it and said that it was some high quality stuff because she followed the raid over, and so. That's fun. Welcome, guys. I play a game called Football Manager that your boy plays as well. And he's recently gotten into the game, and I make a living playing the game. So if you've ever... But my mom watched it. Yeah. No, for those... I mean, obviously a lot of you guys wouldn't know this, but my mom is actually a moderator, like a competent moderator of the Twitch chat, which is a unique thing. She was always Miss PTA and everything, right? And so she She's a moderator of the Twitch chat, and she watches Twitch all the time, and she really enjoyed the show. So thank you for raiding over. We are actually in the middle of a match right now, so if you have no idea, it's a soccer video game that we play. We play some other stuff from time to time too, but you know, my YouTube channel, which is kind of the nexus of where I've come from and where all of us in this community has come from, was built on making tutorials about how to play this game, which is really fun. So, oh goodness, we're in trouble. We're the guys in the blue. What a play by Bumburger. That's what I'm friggin' talking about. But no, I was talking to them, and yeah, hopefully I'm gonna go to the European TwitchCon in July, and hopefully we'll be able to meet up there, play some LAN Football Manager or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Let's go. No. 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 Man said soccer. Yep. Viewership dropped by 50% when man said the word soccer. So here's how that works. When I was a 5-viewer Andy, right, I said the word soccer one time, and some dude was like, "You are never gonna make it if you keep saying the word soccer." I say football too. I also say footballer because it's a lot shorter than soccer player and sounds better. But I like to think of the entire rest of my career has been to spite that person that told me that. Look, I don't say it to spite anybody. Oh, no, good block. We're doing a good job at closing off his space. Like, Cano's popping into space, but we're shutting it down before he can do anything with it. We're also not playing well. So, you know, double-edged sword there. I made a whole video on the football soccer debate. It's just kind of dumb to begin with, as you would have kind of imagined it was. Oh, shoot! Don't shoot! Pass! Nailed it. Soccer just doesn't have the same ring to it. Exactly. Right? Footballer is just a much better word for it. It is. I didn't know anybody called it anything else until, yeah, he was offside. Good play, defense. I didn't know anybody called it anything else. I was like 14. That's I feel like people think that Americans call it soccer just to like throw up the birds to the rest of the world. It's really not it. I don't know who made the executive decision. Then of course I researched it for a video. I did a whole video about why does the United States say soccer? Why is England foundationally opposed to the word after creating it? You know, all those things. Then essentially what it boils down to is once the game became popular enough in the United States that people started hearing soccer more, because that's what we had called it. Dude, fat bruh going on right now. I need to actually manage. I was hoping I wouldn't because we're playing the worst team in the league right now, but we're getting filleted like a fish. What is this? I was like, yeah, give me an obtuse triangle for a back line. What are you doing? Casper the Ghost with the threatening run on the right flank. That's what we're defending today. Does the US have its own version of Sunday League? It does not, no. Yeah, Ireland says soccer. Australia says soccer. It's a fringe, you know, outer kingdom term. Don't lie, you're hiding a guy behind the cam. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That was really anti. Yeah. Anyways.
What is the juiciest and crispiest bacon?
Pro streamer right here.
Sale.
Kate Beckinsale. That might Kate Beckinsale might be my celebrity crush. Get back to you on that. To be fair, the US is weird when it comes to sports and the naming of sports related things. Now, if you want the brief history of it, I can give it to you. So when for time immemorial, essentially in English society, in Scottish society, you know, in the British Isles society, they have been playing a game where you try and take a ball and you put it between two poles, right? And everybody had a bunch of different rules for that. While we lament the fact that my defense is awful, and before I come up with a way to fix it, which is going to take actual brain power that I'm procrastinating on, and eventually in the 1800s they sat down and they're like, yo, we're going to make some rules. Okay, we're going to make some rules. We're going to make rules. And so they came up with two. They came up with rugby football and association football. They're like, all right, we've got two different ways to play this game: rugby football and association football.
Go, baby. Up the Dorfers. But you do know the town itself is called Floridsdorf, right?
Yes.
Floridsdorfer is what you call people from their smile love from Germany less than 3.
Land Day, I appreciate it. Thank you for the 14 months. I did know that. Limo, thank you for the 9. And Otto, thanks for the 27 months. Unreal.
Counting.
Unreal.
Long live Zealand, Mombit, and this awesome elite online gaming community. Up the Floridian villages of Austria, also known as the Dorfers. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
This for you. That was Automatrix idea way back in the day. It's gifted so many subs too. Thank you for being a great part of the Hammers. So they invented two styles of football. They invented association football and rugby football, which obviously became rugby. The shorthand for the other one was soccer. It used to be sock, but that doesn't do too well, right? Because it's a shortened version of the word association. So it was a way to denote what version of football rules you were playing with, right? So this is story time. It's interesting, Chris. God. So, bring the game over to the United States. This happens after American football is created in 1869. It's not the modern looking version. It looks a lot like rugby. It's created in 1869. This is all kind of happening at the same time. And so then the game, obviously, association football, rugby football, get over to the United States, but we already have a game called football, right? We have our version of the rules of the game of football, which had been created in 1869. And so we kept calling that football. We called association football soccer and rugby football rugby. And so did Ireland, and so did Australia. They created their own games, Gaelic football. They had their own version of the rules of let's put a ball between two posts. Huh. And then obviously as the rules evolved, they grow farther and farther apart. Throwing the ball forward becomes an integral part of American football that wasn't originally in the game. And then that was it. Do you think if the United States played just football, they'd win the World Cup many times? Yes, but that's never going to happen. It's a nation of 350 million people that like to play a bunch of different sports. But if you're going raw numbers of people, then yes, obviously, I think that would happen. But it's never going to happen. I think the U.S. is going to be competitive on a world stage. I think that's what we're building towards. But then soccer was used very broadly even in England until World War II. And in World War II, there were like 2 million American troops in England. And it's only relevant because they passed that culture along. And, oh, it's called soccer and cool. And then all the Americans, and this is where we get into my favorite part of the English, which is they can, like, there is a broad consensus of like, oh, that American trash, you know, and I have a lot of English friends, but it's like this subconscious cultural thing where the best description I could come up with it was then all of a sudden all of the Americans started calling it soccer. And then the English went, well, we're not saying that anymore. And that was it. So in the video that I made, we go through the kind of history of that. That's literally why like different parts of the world call it different things. Because all of the American troops started calling it soccer, and then they were like, oh, God, the Americans are doing it? Unbelievable. Which is totally fine. We're an objectionable group of people, right? We are. It's kind of a stupid reason, though. Nobody's fault here, obviously. Somebody in the 1940s got all weirded out because the Americans started using the word soccer instead of association football. And then all of a sudden it became
Sally
uncool.
Fall off the swings? Because she has no arms. Knock knock, who's there? Not Sally.
I'll take dark humor for 500, please. Good save. And that was it. And so football in Australia is Aussie rules. Football in... Oh, he's in. Football in Ireland's Gaelic football. I mean, they obviously use the word football to describe like soccer, what I would call soccer, what you would call football, right? Anyway, but that's actually the origin story of the whole thing. That's where it all came from. Which is cool. I thought it was really cool because it all like makes sense. I'm like, God, people in the 40s, they were just like us, you know, that sort of thing. All the Americans were being super annoying calling it soccer, and then they were like, well, we've never said that word, even though they taught them the word. Like, all right, fair enough. And then, of course, the word for football in a lot of like languages around the world is just meant to sound like the word football, but doesn't actually mean anything in that language. So technically, soccer makes more sense to call it that. But I hate getting in those weeds because who likes to be in the weeds for that long? Oh, great pass! We're better. We had a really bad run for most of this first half, but now we're kind of swaggering around a little bit. Terrible header. I was going to go watch that video. Well, and the video's got a lot of things that we didn't have time to talk about here, obviously. I just wanted to get the gist since so many people seemed interested in it. Americans invented soccer. No, they did not. Adapting to it pretty well, though. Adapting to it pretty well. Dude, Freddie Salazar is the worst player in the history of the sport. I don't know where you are in the world, Freddie Salazar.
Again, so now I finally have time to watch Zed properly.
6.1 in the first half against Lofneets, Freddie. Really? Oh, great pass by Nolan.
Pancakes always win at baseball. They have the best batter from Wales. Black flag, black flag.
What's the video? Let's see. Honestly, forget what it's called. I got a lot of hate in the comments for this video. There it is. Oh, it has 16,000 views. One of my worst performing videos ever. I'll put it in the chat for you. If it hasn't already been thrown in there by a mod, who I'm sure is doing a really wonderful job, I'll just make sure that it's there. Thank you, guys.
Enjoying the streams as always. Keep up the great work. Question for you. I've taken Wealdstone from the Vanarama National to the Prem and I'm still only seen as a favored person. Reckon this is a bug? Just an annoying cosmetic thing?
I mean, probably a bug. Yeah, but it's also one of those things where that is subjective. Oh, let's go! Lovely little play. Oliveira with the finish. Floridsdorf for Leeds. João Oliveira. Nice play. Veneman and Oliveira, a little two-man game and a lovely finish. Yeah, we're out XGing him big in this second half. I just needed to yell at him. Ooh, volley. First time. Hit it. He's out of his goal. I don't know. There's no reason for Veneman to have kept running there, but if he had...
Now we've sorted why it's called football and soccer. What do sport do Arsenal play?
What sport do Arsenal play? A little too much soccer, not enough football at the moment. Oh, Salazar. Do one good thing. Even Asensio's done a good thing before. What would we do without Blackman, man? I have no idea. Come on, Salazar. Nope.
Keep
killed
up
the
good
highlight.
Work, Zed smile.
Oh, I was literally just pausing to make a sub. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, look at the toughness from Oliveira. Loses the ball trying to turn, but he would not be outdone. Bumberger's a beast in the air. Love it. Oh, my God. Somebody bring the ball down. This isn't non-league. We have quality. We're third in the league, as you guys are so keen to remind me. No! Win it. Win it. Yes. Whose highlight is this? Ours. Right now. Oh, he had the ball. There it is. Oliveira's in. Come on, baby! Come on! Freaking go, dude. Let's
Happy New
freaking
Year,
go.
Zed.
They're so reliably bad. Asensio and Salazar are so reliably bad. I'll let Radovic figure it out, but I want to get those two guys off the field so we've got a chance to really hit them on the counter with players that believe in themselves going down the wing. Yes! What was that fullback doing? Being really stupid and unintelligent. My guess is in the game code, having talked to Nick, he was trying to defend that through ball, but had a little too much positional integrity. When in doubt, the teamwork was too low. Oh, nice header. Come on, Venema. Thoughts on the firing of Brian Flores, the coach for the Dolphins? Thought it was a weird decision. Oh, that's unfortunate for that guy. Just blew a tire. Who's really tired? Nolan's really tired. Let's get God's Power Tower in there, baby. Give me some God's Power Tower. Come on. You know it's time. You always know what time it is for God's Power Tower. It's always time. You know, the best thing is when he subs in, there's like a big wreath of light behind his head. Nobody can figure out where it's coming from. Huge wreath of light. Kind of blinding almost. That boy, bum burglar. Now. That's fine. That's okay. That his real name? Yes. God's Power Tower is his real name. That is not, I feel like we're on. Nope. He's just moving really slow. Okay. Schmidt. Oh, what a ball. Leiai's in a great spot to set something up. And he did. Good play all around. Just didn't come off. Unlucky. God's Power Tower is a real player, and that is his real name. And weirdly enough, it's not the only reason he's on this team. He is somebody that contributes to the team, which just makes it so much better. He's a big, tall, either-footed, attacking-minded midfielder. Named God's Power Tower. Yeah, his second, outside of being the second coming, his second job is being a good all-around midfielder for us. He contributes in a lot of ways. Good win, boys. Good win. Terrible first half, but we survived it and owned the second half. Oliveira finds his form. Salazar and Asensio do not. I'm happy with Venema's effort. He had an 8.0 even though he didn't score. I mean, that says a lot about a guy. Had an 8.0 even though he didn't score. Good result, and goodness, we needed to get a result against Lafnitz, who will feel hard done by a 2-0 there. Bumberger picked up player of the match. He's a great player. I'm thinking about the future of the club. Absolutely. Who do we have next? Austria Vienna. Ooh. Ooh. I like it. That's a nice, that's a spicy game. Because we're well ahead of them in the table, but I know they have quality. So it's going to be edgy. It's going to be edgy. Luke! Thank you for the 5 months in the prime. Pretty sure Vainama got both assists. You're right. I think he did. He definitely got the second one, and I think I remember the first one being him too. So that tracks. Whoa, Otto! Wow! 5 gifted subs from Automatrix. Oh, hello. Can you give God's power and lay eye real faces? Yeah, we'll do that right now. 5 tier 3 subs. Wow! 5. Snow, Panny, Diggy, Go Haku, Evans Live, welcome to the Hammers. Automatrix with 5 gifted tier 3s. Holy smokes. He's pretty good. I think we want to know if we want to sign him in kind of ahead of time. So here's the way we do that. This is little FM 101 going on. God's Power Tower. Ania Fiok. That's the picture, right? We want that picture as his picture. So we go into Football Manager, Graphics, Faces. We're going to make a new one. Custom Faces. And this is going to be God's Power. So we need to go into the interface, turn some stuff on. I actually just taught Nem how to do this. Nem was trying to figure out how to do this, and I just taught him how to do it. So it's funny that I'm doing this now. There it is. Oh, dang it, I'm a fool. To reload the skin for the numbers to pop up? That's weird. All right, do we need that number? Oh, that's annoying. The number was not visible. Okay, oops. Football Manager, graphics, faces, custom faces. What's the number? 131 70486. Save. Hold on, I think I might be making a mistake. I haven't done this in a year. It's a mistake that'll only pop up in certain instances. Yeah, I am making a mistake. Hey, Zealand's filing system. Woohoo. There's a lot of stream edits and stuff there. Da-na-na-da-na. It's done. Alrighty. And then we gotta go find Raphael Lai. Oh yeah, baby! Got like a headshot or something, like not full body. There we go. That's Raphael AI. It's got great lashes, man. Great lashes. This is obviously probably not the best way to do this, but I don't know, maybe I'm old school. It's something that just doesn't take a lot of time, so PNG, please. Thank you. Okay. Now I gotta find Lai. Three 005. Okay, got it. Why do he look like an Oblivion NPC? Man, I actually never played Oblivion. Played Skyrim multiple times. He was too young for Oblivion. I just wasn't into gaming that much yet. Just got a text from Mombot. What could she want? I don't know. Come on, brain. All right. Now we go to FMXML. It took a second for me to remember what I was doing. Sports interactive, sir. There we go. Graphics, faces, custom faces. Yes. Make config file, faces, all file names or IDs. Yeet! Should be there. Too young for championship manager 0102. I was 5. So yeah. Hey, Raphael. What's poppin'? God's power. What's poppin'? Looking good. They're in the game. Just jujitsu'd Football Manager real quick. Ooh. Center back and defensive midfielder. Poor intake, though. Good. Contract advice. We've got Blackman, whose contract is expiring, and I think we've already tried to negotiate this once before. I am terrified of getting this one wrong. Oh, and he wanted some cash. He wanted some serious cash. So I'll tell you what, little relegation release clause is 0. Little team of the year bonus. It's going to be higher than you thought. 377. There we go. I'm going to get him at 377. Sign the contract, Jamal. We need you to stay around. Anderson's, I mean, Mbakogu makes sense. Lavija Radovic makes sense. Kind of phasing him out. Prisakene makes sense. Oliveira does not. Kind of scares me a little bit. I want to lock Vidic down for a little longer. See if I can extend that contract out 4 years and just keep him around. I'll leave your... No, I don't want to leave the second escalator in there. He's like, yo, if I'm going to sign that deal, I'm going to need a little more cash. 40... Come on. It's barely work permit level. Poverty wages for a guy that has a chance to be good. Okay. Ilya Shishkin hasn't been getting playing time, but you know, he is grinding in training, and I'm a big fan of him. It's that professionalism, that consistency. I mean, he brings the heat. I'll guarantee your future, you're not going to be in a second division side. I'm going to get that relegation thing in there. Ilya, oh, dang it. Work permit. Hey, you want me to just give you a random 4,000 a year raise for no reason? Sounds good. Cool. See ya. Anderson and Bumberger. What contract would he want? Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. David Bumberger would want that contract. He's a solid player, but his mentals are not very good. We obviously don't want to give him a giant pay raise to make him more of a first team player. That's not what this is about. What are you interested in, Anderson? I'm a regular starter. Take one step down. He is interested in a pay raise, just a 1-year extension. I'm perfectly happy with a 1-year extension. I think there's some resale value in Elias Anderson. He's a known quality player, and so we'll get that contract out there now. Kareem Conte, I'm ready to let go. Joseph Croston is that super high potential American, but he just signed his deal. Oliveira, I'm worried about what he's going to ask for. I can't give you a regular starter. I can keep you a rotational player, but he's more of he's like a squad icon. He's looking at a 1-year extension. Big fan favorite, and I just don't want to let him fade away for free, because I think with his form, there's value in him. Like with the form that dude, I'm going to pay you 140,000, so help me. To extend you out another year. Bumberger, I'm really divided on. What do you guys think? What do you guys think we should do with David Bumberger? Do you want me to offer him a regular starter contract? You impressed with what he's done this year? I mean, I am impressed with what he's done this year, but I think somebody like Caleb Spears is ready to fight and take his job. You know what I mean? I think it might just be sell him. Yeah, I think we might be on that. All right, we've got our recruitment meeting. We got our transfer window opening up in about 3 weeks. And so let's take a look at who, my staff thinks we should be looking at. So Lucas Fisher, who's the general manager that we objectively hate, has a recommendation. I'm sure it's terrible. Nope. Put him on the end of contract short list. And Augustine Giffray, end of contract short list, please. No. Don't create a new scouting regime for me. I'm happy with what my scouts are doing right now. All right, the next position. We're looking at midfielders. Maybe end of contract future for Sanchez. Not much. Yadali Bayo. These like loan guys you're recommending. This guy is on trial with me right now. How is that the recommendation? He's been on trial with me for months. Not fully scout that guy because he might be somebody we want to throw a contract at early so that we can lock them down into contract. Same with this guy. They have that ability. It looks like they could be real game changers for our team, especially as we're taking a step up. Offer the trial, and oh baby, he is interested in a transfer. Are you kidding me? Alexa Terzic looks like he is. I mean, he's playing at Fiorentina, and he honestly wouldn't want that much money. That's incredible to me. That really is incredible to me that he wouldn't want that much money. I might prioritize that scouting like immediately. That dude is primo great. We have such a good core of Americans. This dude could adapt right away. I mean, at this point, fully scout that guy. Macias, he's on trial with us. Again, with that recommendation. It's like they put the recommendation together months ago, and then all of a sudden it hits my desk now. He's got the stuff in the right areas. I consider sending a full scout after him, but I don't think he does. So I think we'll just hold on to him as an end-of-contract guy. Now for the others. The unknown, Joel Linton. Recommend me Joel Linton one more time. Dude's wage is my entire wage budget. The entire team. I mean, I don't think we could get him. He looks good, though. Put him on the maybes. That was good overall. Got some trials out of it as well. Some guys on those free contracts. It's good stuff. Had Terzic at Partizan. He's amazing. He's literally on the bench today for Fiorentina. If we're getting a dude from Fiorentina, we're flying. He's interested in a transfer. His wage is in our realm. He's interested in a transfer, and his contract comes up at the end of the year. So things are looking up. Fabrice looks all right. You're fine. You're fine. I feel like I've had you on trial before. Nolan speaks fluent German. Vidic speaks fluent German. That's great news. Helps with their adapting. All right. I'm going to check my scouting. I feel like I've oversigned them just a little bit here. Yeah, just a little. Terzic, he's got teams interested in 14 clubs. So it's not exactly an easy job to go get him, but we'll just make sure that he's great relative to our team, that he hasn't depreciated from whatever you've had in your playing experience. Willoughby, thank you so much for the 7 months. Toxic Gumine, thank you so much for the 7 months as well. I appreciate it. No, doesn't like big matches. That's why we finished the scouting. Samson Tijani. I hate defensive midfielders in scouting. They get you all hyped up because they're like, he's amazing. Then he's really average. Dante Campbell, gonna not scout him anymore. 18-year-old Ozzy's contract is pumped with clauses joined yet. I can't remember what happened with that guy. Something happened. I feel like he's not coming in. Yeah, he's not. We have one guy, Owen Vanderhorst, that is currently considering the dude accepted. I totally forgot we were waiting on Vanderhorst. Oh my goodness, accept the contract. Accept it. Accept the accept the contract. I am speaking through time and space into the game itself. Accept the contract, Owen. He just turned 18 years old. This guy is nuts. He's unflappable. He's incredibly professional and consistent. 18 technique. Accept the contract, Owen. Accept the contract, Owen. Owen! I offered him star player too. I literally went to him and I was like, dude, you will play every game. Because I wanted to absolutely guarantee that he was going to sign with us. Because I will bring him in and play him in every game. He's got such a feel for the game, for the ball. But something happened with the Aussie. I can't remember what it was. I think he might have rejected the deal or like something fell. Or we didn't have enough money in our transfer budget. I made a stupid mistake like that. I couldn't remember. I think the good news here is that right now we're the only team with a contract offer on the table because we've managed this incredibly well. We reached out to him on his 18th birthday and we said, look, Owen, in the top flight in Austria, I can make you a star player for this team. At 8, you just turned 18. This is your moment, Owen. I see the ability that you have, Owen Vanderhorst. This is your moment. Believe in something yourself. Contract runs out in 2 months. There's really no reason not to track that. Give him a little trial just in case. Pedro Pelagio, extremely doubtful. He would want a lot of money to move from Maritimo. That makes sense. I'm just going to let him go then.
Is chewing on silver bacon like chewing on aluminium foil?
Yeah. I mean, problems you can find out for yourself. You have silver bacon in the chat now, but it tastes better, you know, because there is bacon in there, whatever type of bacon you prefer to be in there. Looking at a baby without a beard. Thanks. Just trying to get carded at a bar again, you know? Oh, he reported from the youth players. I was like, dude, we have a match in 3 days. What do you mean we reported for a mid-season break? All right, our fortnightly staff meeting. Time to play some Fortnite. Just kidding, it's a staff meeting. Love this. I feel Peter Ivanov's game would improve if he was encouraged to start counterattacks with long throws, as his ability to distribute the ball from his hands isn't great. Okay. It's 12. His throwing attribute is 12. So Ortiz feels that what he's working on is no longer suitable. Well, Ortiz, I think you're no longer suitable. Defensive positioning is exactly what you need to be working on. Are you okay? Chill. Lai feels he's been treated unfairly. No, he doesn't. He's fine. So 900,000 is a fair asking price for Rafael AI. Well, it's out there in the market for our Solomon Islands Wonder Boy. Better suited to the amateur squad? No, he's not. You have no idea what you're talking about. General character, Caleb Spears' mentoring units had a positive effect on him. That's really nice to hear. Bashiri's welcoming period's been nice. Good development from Rocky Bashiri in training. I appreciate the dedication you're showing, Rocky, to adapting to life outside of the English leagues. Lucas Pierre, hell yeah, brother! Give him the business, Lucas! Great improvement. Great improvement. Not going to praise Elias. He's definitely put in months that were much better than that. I do not need more staff for my U18s or for my amateur team. I have nobody there. Okay, Elliot, thank you for the 10 months, my dude. Appreciate it. He's mad about the background of his profile pic. Yeah, well. Yeah. It's all right. We get to look at his beautiful face every time he comes up. That's enough for me. Both these guys have earned another scout. Looking at a 4-3-3. Okay, we're going to bring the lines up.
It.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and get Bumberger. Yeah, we'll do a Bumberger again. I mean, they weren't great. They're also going to be dealing with Hushkevich today, and Hushkevich is a nightmare. Well, today, 5 days from now on the road. Hushkevich is a nightmare. Jerry, just stay, man. I'm gonna let you go at the end of the year. We'll play him a little more. We'll make the promise to play him a little more. I don't think it'll hurt our team that much. Venom has been good, but we could use some more rotation.
Should I be worried? My friend said I smell of updog today.
What's up, dog? Blake, thanks for the 4, dude. Ion Terror, appreciate the 6 months as part of the Hammers. Bronze World, thank you for the Prime. Welcome. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. And fine, I will hydrate. I haven't hydrated enough today. You're right. Get my flu shot today, so I should hydrate. Yeah, Owen. Oh, Owen. Owen, dear. All you have to do is sign the contract, Owen. Just sign it. Nobody else is coming. We're the only team. Sign the contract. Sign it. Owen. The contract, Owen. Owen. Owen! Owen!
Not been around much recently, but last time I subscribed I just got married, now expecting a potential future Hammer plus SV Hamburger into the Bundesliga.
Future Hammer and Hamburger into the Bundesliga. Nice! Why not? Welcome back. Thank you for the 7. And congrats on what seems to be a happy marriage. I remember that. They're going to look great with their bacon, dude. They're going to look great with their bacon. Juan Vargas, no. Started scouting Clemente. Good for you. Non-promotion non-promotion release clause. That is a savage release clause. Oh, this guy. I remember we wanted to sign this guy because he's freaking insane. Yeah, I would. Okay, we're gonna sell Jerry. Oops, made the wrong promise, Jer Bear. Super sorry. We're gonna sell him and sign Mateus Nascimento and bring him in this window. So help me, we will do this. I can do this. This kid is nuts. That maybe we can't. Maybe we can't do it. But I can. Come on. We can do it, right? You know we can do it. We can totally do it. What is that noise? Oh, my roommate's making a smoothie. Championship? Oh, dang it. Really? Really? Sunderland. If they were in the championship, that was going to be real money. There. That was going to be real money. Kareem Conte, Puchiger's contract's expiring. Prisakene, again, we're trying to move him. We have been trying to move Prisakene for a year. And then we could move Jerry. Then I think we would have enough to get Nascimento in. Hold on to that for now. Hold on to that for now, Mateus. Thank you so much, scouting department. Thank you. And then there's this guy, Alexa Terzic, who's just so much better than anybody else here. We get him and we get Owen van der Horst, like we actually could win the league next year. I think I would actually start to expect us to perform at that level where we could win the league, which would be a pretty remarkably quick turnaround. But like, you get Nascimento and you get somebody with Owen van der Horst, just creative ability. We start figuring out our wings, whether it's Salazar and Asensio and Schmid, or like whether we have to bring in somebody else because those guys never find their form. I don't know. But I mean, we actually, if you give me Nascimento and Owen van der Horst, I would be disappointed if we didn't at least contend for the league. And I mean, actually show up and play against Leipzig and like give them a game. I think we could. Are all scouts put on into contract? No, this sort of stuff just explodes around this time because you're closing in on the deadline to offer them. You're closing in on the deadline to offer them contracts going forward. So Nascimento, we used to have a full report on, but I'll get the full report here because we want to keep getting reminded about him. He's already on our target shortlist. Oh, he did get an offer. No, you. Can I agree? I won't be able to involve you moving forward if you're going to do that. All right, cool. I get to move Mbikogu on. Let's offer him out. We used to be offering him out for $1 million, but now he's 31 years old, and I'm not going to comment. And this Prisakene offer is maddening again. But of course, the contract runs out at the end of the year, so it would free up some money. Let's go 150. Pay me 150,000, and I'll reimburse your contract, and then we'll be good. I just need to get some money flowing in so I can put an offer on the table for Nascimento. I need to move Mbikogu. Yeah, that's it. I need to move Mbikogu, Prisakene, and Conte. I don't think anybody's going to be interested in him, but if we could flip him for like 50,000 and then somebody picks up his contract. 750,000 for Jerry. Holy smokes. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, installments. I mean, his contract runs out at the end of the year and he's 31. It's still great. Oliveira seals his deal. Schmid can't knock ball past opponents. Cool. We'll just go work on that again. Attacking movement. Tries to knock the ball past opponents when taking them on. Yep. There we go. He's athletic, but doesn't necessarily have great control of the ball. Prisakene failed to attract any offers. Give me 30,000. Kareem Conte failed to attract any offers. Be very interested in speaking to other clubs. Let's offer him out for 90,000. Start the bidding at 90,000. Hey, we got an offer. Prisakene, 30,000 and cover on his wage. That's enough for me. Current asking price is too high. Let me try and negotiate a fair price. What are you thinking? 30? How about 50? Nope. Okay. How about 40? Nope. Okay. How about 35? Kareem, how about $35,000? And then we can move you on as well, because we are absolutely ready to move on from you. You were signed as cover to begin with. And so we do the deal for Mbikoga. We do the deal for Kene. We do the deal for Conte. I'm not seeing any news items pop up for that, though. Also, Vanderhorst. Now, I wouldn't have dreamt of an offer valued monetarily at $750,000 for Jerry. Contract ending at the end of the year. He used to have value of around $800,000 when he was bagging goals like 2 years ago. But I didn't expect that now. Anderson cinches the deal. Good stuff. He's the type of guy that somebody definitely would have swooped in for. Put him on maybes for a year. Yeah, you're at Schmeets. Just don't think he's ever somebody we'd end up going for. Come on, Vanderhorst. It's been 6 days. It's been 6 days. Is Nascimento real? Yeah, he is. Conte, I don't know if he's played. I mean, honestly, he was very unlucky. He came in and then got a massive double hernia. And then right when he came back from that after 5 weeks, he got a pulled ab muscle. And so at the time where we were putting our team in rotations together, he was just completely out of it, which is a shame. And so he never had a chance to impress. He's snuck into the team at previous occasions. We've cinched Jamal Blackman for 3 years, which is huge. Sheeskin signs his deal. Igor Vidic signs a new 4-year deal. And we continue to build the core of our team, which is great. Chiquinho continues to be really good. A player we are interested in as a potential bolster to our wings. Hey, Owen. Owen! Owen! I've fallen and I can't get up, Owen.
Soon.
You're closing in. Thanks for the 7, Lake. Brunch party. I appreciate the tier 1 as well. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon, the emotes, you know, all the fun stuff. Make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord. Still no Owen. That's okay. Yeah, I've got the fortitude. I can wait. They would need to reduce their payroll to make an offer for Kareem Conte. Well, we've already got 2 deals done that are going to put some money in our budgets. Be a tough match for us. So it's on the road against a good team that's battling to get themselves into European places. I don't expect it to be easy. Let's go to the board and see if we can increase our percent of transfer revenue retained. Before this Mbikogu transfer goes through. No? Just not responding to me? Okay. Okay. Ooh, he's physically very impressive. We're going to keep that scouting going. Owen! I have insulted Freddie Salazar every week since he got here. He has been that bad, that consistently in training. Meanwhile, Rafael AI continues a broad, consistent improvement to his aggressively average ability to do everything. The Salamessi. Says I feel bad for you. I know. I'm being strung out to dry again. Owen!
Owen, this is your captain speaking. I just wanted to let you know that we will not be getting off the plane until you accept that offer in Austria. I just wanted to let you know that we won't accept that. Yes! Yes!
Yeah! It worked! We got Owen! He wasn't allowed off the plane until he accepted the offer. 18-year-old Owen van der Horst. Incredibly professional. Sees the field like a dynamo. Decent goal scorer. Decent athlete. Incredibly intelligent. Incredibly professional and consistent.
Welcome back, Zed. Let us start the new year in style.
Owen, baby! That's the boy we wanted right there. Owen van der Horst is in. Yes, he joins January 1st. And a new era of Floridsdorfer begins on that day. When Owen van der Horst joins the team officially. He'll be on trial until the day that he actually joins the team. Let's go! On match day, a little-known American named Owen van der Horst signs a deal that we know is going to make a gigantic difference for the future of our club. We got him, baby. We got him. Let's
Check
go.
Owen's nationalities. I do not recall a work permit thing.
It didn't pop up because we were paying over it the whole time. The work permit threshold for non-EU people in Austria is $41,500 a year to allow him to get the work permit, Johnny, and he was over that the whole part of the negotiation. Alrighty.
Let's go, Owen. And you set for release for those expiring contracts. Money gets freed.
True. Good call. Honestly, I haven't done that in a while. Asensio, I'm actually going to rotate Leai in for Salazar, but I'm going to leave Asensio in. So I'm going to go Rafael Leai, Salazar off the bench if we need a spark, which is kind of hilarious. I realize that. David Dietz for Mbikogu, since Mbikogu's engineering a move away. Dietz is our new forward substitute. He is getting worse. God, I love it. All right, Warren, your development hasn't been great. David, I know you just came back from an injury, but I wanted to give you the courtesy of telling you to your face that as our youth team product, your development hasn't been great. And as such, Ilya Shishkin, nope. He just can't do the job that David Dietz can do when he gets into the match. He just can't do it. And Oliveira holds on to his starting spot because he just finds a way to score goals in a way that nobody else in our team really does. And Custodio should be back now. There he is. Which means we are going to drop somebody from this team. And that somebody is going to be David Dietz, actually.
Since
so
this
for all
worked
that.
so well for you, please make my superb American goalie Tim Yates accept the contract offer from Gladbach in the next 3 days so I can sign my Brazilian wonderkid striker. I already delayed the transfer twice.
Oh, FM gods! We come to you today to thank you for the gift that is Owen van der Horst. We appreciate it. And we know that with him, we shall lead the Dorfers to great things. And while we're here, we also pray for that one dude who needs help signing somebody. And for all of you who need help signing somebody at this difficult time. In the name of Erling Haaland, Johnny Cano, João Silva, and Anssi Karlainen, we pray. Ramen. Well, you know, you just got to give thanks. You have the opportunity. You just got to give thanks. See, Rocky Bashiri's in fine form, so there's really no reason for us to remove him from what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and take Bumberger out and put Rocky Bashiri in so that we have a little more cover with the higher line that we're playing. Slavija Radovic is going to stick for now because he was decent in the last match. Wasn't great. Wasn't awful. We continue with a just giant hole at our left back position, but you know, you got to live with something. Hushkevich drives me insane. Muarim Muskovic, I would like to just knock him off the ball at every opportunity because I cannot stand him. And, all right. Custodio's back in the team, so our team looks right. And Bashiri is coming up. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna not make that change a permanent one. I'm gonna make it a temporary one after we get through this. Okay. On the road. Pick up where you left off last time out, which honestly wasn't too great. Don't know why I'm hyping that up too much. That. And then drop that midfielder into one of our more defensive roles. Okay, boys. We're going to play with positivity. I'm happy with the effort from Raul Asensio. I am. I'm happy with the effort from Raul Asensio, and I believe that eventually he will come good. He's shown a goal-scoring ability. He hasn't been good recently, but unlike Salazar, we have watched Asensio do good things, and he is still learning his position. Also, unlike Salazar, who's been possibly the worst signing I think I've ever had in terms of the way he started his career. He's averaging a 6.3. He's broken his arm and been unavailable for more than half the time he's been on the team. And in the times that he has played, and we've given him ample opportunity, he has been absolutely shocking. Oh, what a boy, Radovic. It's a lovely play. Just knock it short. There you go. Custodio dropping in between the lines. Oh, progressive stuff from Anderson. Custodio. It's a good look. Oh, Oliveira! Oh, it's a thunderbolt from João Oliveira. And his goal-scoring record continues in defiance of his playing time. Whoa! Celebrating that new contract in style. Absolutely. Nice tackle by Ortiz. And he tees it up for Venema in the channel. Well, I'm liking Ian Ortiz out there. That's a good turn away from the pressure. Good movement from him. He's got 2 defenders with him right now. Gets the ball in. Oh, man, Ian Ortiz. Asensio, yes! Oh, yes! He's there again! And again, it's Oliveira on the mouth of the goal. They've scrambled it in, and it's 2-0 in 7 minutes. Oh, he's always there. Oliveira, he's always there. It's Oliveira, he's always there. Never bench that man. He was, you know, he's been in and out of the team with Lucas Hinterzier, but Oliveira goes on runs that Hinterzier could never dream of in terms of his goal scoring. Oh, Anderson, Venema, great pressure. Ooh, it was a little dicey. Guess who? He's off. He's so off. Come on. Still, we're bossing it in a way that we didn't at home against Lafnitz. We are bossing it right now. And this is pre-Owen Vanderhorst, mind you. This is a pre-Owen Vanderhorst version of this team. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot it! Didn't trust his left. Don't worry, Oliveira's always there. It's Oliveira! Oh, Venema! Oh, dude, it was a tap in. Good pass. It was a great pass. The right height and everything. Asensio, you can't head it to the spot that you're supposed to be to receive a second ball. That doesn't work because you're not there if you're heading it. I know this is complicated. I'm okay with where we are defensively right now. We've recovered well. We've got the right number of bodies in the box. No, we can't give up that run to the inline, but still it ended up not being threatening, so. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Leai. That's where he loves to be. Good ball. Rafael Leai on the end line is just lethal. All the dangerous plays he makes, with the exception of the couple of goals he scored cutting in at the top of the box in his left, have been he gets to the end line and then dances to one of his feet and just chips a ball to somebody. As either one works for the Solomessi. Oh, there's a ball and a half. Venema, take a touch. Why are we trying to catch that first time? That is so much harder. Remember when Asensio scored a brace in 30 minutes? Yeah, he hasn't scored since, I don't think. No, I think he's got 3 goals. I think he scored again. He was like that 93rd minute winner in a different match, and then since then, it's just been terrible. And just hang on to it until they're forced to close you down and get the ball to somebody we want actually to have it. Yeah, that's perfect. Custodio rolls it out, puts a dangerous ball in, and we are bossing at halftime. I love it. I love it. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from the lads. Go out there and do it again. Go out there and do it again. It is Chelsea legend Jamal Blackman. All right, Asensio. Oh, great balance. This is nice. It's a bad pass from Anderson. More velocity, I think he can get that done, too. I think he can actually get it to where he wants to go. Oh, good save.
Well, well, well. This has been a lot of months. As always, I use this to say, Zed, you are changing lives and inspiring people. Keep it up, Captain America.
Do my absolute best, Bev. That is a lot of months. Maver, thank you so much for the 6 months. Shro, thank you for the tier 1. Ultra Fresh, thanks for 15 as well with Bev. Luca, thank you for the 11. Chucky, thank you for the 4. No, 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 no. Oh my. I had a really bad mental image of him just smashing that ball into the back of the net, and I was about to explode by the time he got to it, dude. One almost great from Radovic here, and then Huskovic wins the race, the ball, great block, and I see him running up to this, and I'm like, dude. Good work from Blackman. He's due like 3 amazing saves a match, so we haven't even hit his quota yet. Great movement from everybody. Leiai's little touch in created so much space. Asensio is the threat aerially, and we're starting to see that in this game. His header created the second goal as he got it back on target. Come on, Ortiz. Can't get cooked by this guy. Woo! Blackman, that's some goalkeeping. That's good. Fleck. How are you losing that to a striker, dude? How are you losing out the Huskovic on that play? Ooh, Ortiz. That wasn't good. We're there. White on Rice defending from Rocky Bashiri. Whoa, marking. Sub! Gonna bring some energy to the defense, and actually Radovic is fine. I think bring some energy to the defense and then swap Custodio out for Paul Nolan, who's just a great ball winner. Somebody I think is really going to help us here and bring that down. I think bring our lines down one. Keshkish is struggling, being in a bit of a higher line. I need to save that third sub, don't I?
What did the big flower say to the tiny flower? Hey there, bud.
Nice. Hey there, bud. You know, the more I think about that one, the more it grows on me. That was a really good dad joke. It was. It was a really good dad joke. Shawnee Ball, thank you for the 19 months. Who am I playing? Prime Barcelona? Did you see that? I mean, that was a combination of gorgeous and unlucky. Holy smokes. I give up that goal. I'm fine. That was sick. That was sick. you know, we're not going to be able to defend that. They just got a penalty. Did I just dad doke a dad joke? I'm glad somebody got it. Just gonna let it fade into the ether. All right, Blackman, you're due. I'll be perfectly honest, man. You are due. Theory of probability is always right eventually. Let's go, baby! The block man at it again. Now, we've blocked a lot of shots, so I don't think he's saved a full 2 XG in this match. Obviously, saving a pin, saving 0.75 XG. But, like, a lot of the shots that have gotten them a lot of XG, we blocked with our defenders, but still, oh my, guys. Just nothing defensively in this last, however, 25 minutes or so. Nice touch. I'm okay with that pass. Not okay with how quickly Blackman decided to take that, or the fact that somehow we can't keep track of Hushkevich. It's the only guy. I mean, like, you can see why we try and play Hushkevich as hard as we do, because this dude is unstoppable. We are not high. Okay? That's the only guy. Nobody else on this team gets close to threatening us. It is all Ushkevich all the time. No one else is close. Good block by Bashiri. I'm going to go with the Jekyll and Hyde because this was an... dude. A lot of great last-ditch blocks and defending going on. But, I mean, it's a siege works in this second half. Thank you. Thought he was going to go back to the keeper. I'm like, he is standing right next to you, wide open. Attaboy Paul. The 18-year-old sending a message. Weird game. Little ebb, little flow. We were dominant in the first half, and then look at that last 30 minutes. It started with the penalty, honestly. I don't have the Jekyll and Hyde talk. Why? Why don't I have the Jekyll and Hyde talk? I gotta go with the proud. I guess the reputation difference in the teams, even though we're higher in the league table, we were expected to not do well in that match, and we won, and the match ratings overall are fairly good because of how well we played in the first 60 minutes. Yeah, I mean, we scrapped the 2 goals in early. We survived the rest of the match. 2 goals in 7 minutes. And 10 saves from Jamal Blackman. Well, glad, Salazar. I'm glad that I could, you know, make, God, you are so much better than the other guys we play at right wing, and yet, you're terrible on the field. Terrible. All right, let's get these transfers done and get an offer in for Matheus, the Brazilian forward that I believe is going to completely change our team. Might play him with Venema, play him with Oliveira or Interzier. I have no idea how we're going to do it. But we've clinched championship group with 5 matches to go, which is outstanding. Unhappy with learning a new position? What? You can play complete wingback. Don't get mad at me. Jamal Blackman, Barbadian in your save? No, he's still English. I think it's the fact that he's honestly playing really well, like a goalkeeper of the year in the Austrian league, that he believes he still has a chance to be around the English setup. Come on, Salzburg. Drop some points, will ya? Drop some points. Nope. Rapid Vienna dropped some points, though. We are now clear of them, which is nice. It's like Wolfsburger's got a shot to be in the championship group, which would be super awesome. Lask and Sturm Graz. Yeah, the championship group's not going to be bad. So the way it works is half the points, and then you play 10 more matches. And so, you know, even if you extend yourself out pretty far ahead of the teams around you, you still have plenty of work to do by the time you get to the last 10 matches of the season. But 5 matches to go before we break out into that championship group. We're just trying to put as many points on the board as possible and chase that top of the league, you know? Because if Salzburg drops some points, we could be like 1 point off of them when the league breaks, and then anything can happen in those last 10 matches. I mean, the dream is still alive right here. It's still alive. Just need these sales to go through now. Baby Day. I've named him Jack for one of my favorite FM creators, Work the Nursery. Love it. I love it. S. Latte, thank you for the 2 months. What did the cheese say to itself in the mirror? Hello, me.
Much
To be. It's a solid joke. Splash Code, thank you for the love, and thank you for the 6 months as part of the Hammers. Once you have Nascimento and Owen, you'll be rolling. Honestly, we're going to get Owen in January. If we can get Nascimento where, like, we agree a contract and then they say pay us $100,000 and you get him now, and we do that and we get him in January, look out, because this team of ragtag believers has put us in a fantastic position in the league, keeping pace by and large with Salzburg. So all we need is for them to drop points to somebody. Anybody. I'll buy him a steak dinner. Yeah, Riyadh, I don't think that you were good enough. There's no interest at the moment. I find your lack of interest troubling. A darn solid player, just a darn solid player at everything.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. The level of into contract knowledge that we achieve is just tremendous. Who's interested? Sturm Graz. What? This guy He's not good, man. He is not good. Unreal.
Need the FM gods right.
You always got to be on the right side, Eric. Thank you for the 17. 17. FICO Ghost, thank you for the 6 as well. Congrats on your silver bacon. Dude was not, he was not good at all. Montero Fernandez, no. Joel de los Santos, good. Started scouting.
Owen will start a new era at Floridstore.
He will.
Can't wait to see how many money Zealand will make of him at the first opportunity kick.
I imagine that we will get good offers for Owen at some point, but I mean, I expect him to. It's hard because the expectations are high, and you're putting it on an 18-year-old just turned 18, has never played out of the lower leagues in the U.S.
Owns a farm, and he had an entire barn full of hay. I asked him why he had it, and he said the cattle eat it. Now I've never met it, but that must be one giant cat.
If you like the dad joke, be sure to rate it A out of F. A to F like a school. Wow. Spectacular. Cubon, thanks for the 6. Tender steak. Congrats on the child. Work the nursery. A- for me. It's an A- for me. I fight through the winds to provide a rating of A-. A-level dad joke. This dude's a Grotzer AK. I'm not interested. Into contract. I don't think you're going to be very good. And not waste my time there. Always with the end of contract nonsense. Just make sure they're all any increased knowledge on all these guys doesn't change the fact that we're going to want to trial them at the end of their contract if they make it. And then on the other end, you're looking for people whose contracts might be expiring, but they're good, and you're looking at them and saying, well, maybe we want to offer before we do the whole trial at the end of their contract thing. We're gonna just throw the offer in now. Linus, thanks for the 10 months, and Riley, Gary, the gifted. Oh baby, Riley Shima gifting 5 subs. Got 42 gifted subs. In a career that is becoming illustrious as part of the Hammers. 42. Those are the types of guys I'm talking about. Midfielder playing in the Bundesliga, not quite getting the shakes they would have wanted. Got an opportunity to come play in Austria, similar cultural profile, not a big transition, but a league that you can compete and dominate in. Karlag, Joel Lip, Spring, Raikiev, Kevin, welcome to the Hammers. How the free transfers looking? Honestly, right now, fantastic. We've got our deals in place.
15 months.
Good. I didn't want Dietz to be out for a long period of time. Poor guy had already been out for a long period of time. He's trying to get better. Adeyinka. Command of area is troubling. Lapses in physicality are troubling for Adeyinka. Rapid Vienna running the 4-4-2. I feel all big game. Oh, big game. I just do Football Manager. Your videos and skin have been so good. Thank you. No, you're good. I appreciate it. I understood what you meant. What's up, Ben? Still planning to make a move for the Serbian player from Fiorentina. Yeah, he's a secondary goal. We would need to free up more money for him. What we need is Jerry and Bakogu and Chris Akene to agree to the deals to leave. As far as I understand, they still haven't done that. Chris Akene agreed basically immediately to the deal to go to SV Horn, which is good. Jerry and Bakogu still hasn't agreed to that deal to Blavis Lens, and we need him to accept that deal in order to free up the money to go after Nascimento, and then we can set a few guys for release. It's going to give us an opportunity to maybe work with a little bit more money. I think that'd be the next step. It depends on how much money we can offer to Nascimento at the moment. Bumberger fails to it. There it is. It actually just came through. So Jerry and Bakogu for 750,000 to Blavis Lens. Terrible piece of business on their part. General passing, short, simple passing game. He is not a very good passer, but we want him to be able to receive and get rid of the ball without putting us in danger, because we like to play out from the back. So he has to learn how to do that. To pick out short, simple passes to keep the ball at the back and allow the guys that are good at passing to make a play. Oh, a hernia for Leai. Well, that's gonna give Salazar another chance to impress against
MLS
Rapid Vienna.
Is going well. Trying to have fun when no Europe team wants me.
Like most MLS players, Paulie, honestly, thank you for the 11 months. It's part of the Hammers. Philip, thank you for the 15. Ooh. Thomas Jungbauer. Nah. Batu Han Peker, no. Florian Wustinger. Oh, he's actually inconsistent. Lukoki very clearly is a good player. Anil Kush. These guys are into contract. 100%. I didn't even look. I was right. They're all into contract, guys. The way that we put our team together. The misfit toys nobody else wants. Except for you, Lavalle. Oops. Juan Martin Rojas. I can safely just let you go off the short list. I just don't think you're the guy. If you get Nascimento, would it be January 1st also? If we sign Nascimento, it would be the end of this season. What you would then do is you go to them and ask, what would be the price for him to join now. And considering that I believe he's still playing in Brazil, which makes this the Brazilian offseason, that deal should be lower than you would think. And so we would be able to swoop in and kind of get him to join very quickly. Kerr Smith makes the late comeback. He's requested to leave. Okay. Just keep an eye on that. Definitely somebody to keep an eye on. Absolutely. So Jerry Mbikogu's agreed to the deal. Nick Fainema, congrats on the great training. Bumberger. He randomly does this. He randomly has great weeks of training, and you look at him and you're like, oh, look at that improvement. He scored a free kick in practice or something. He's in Brazil. His contract ends 12/31. Well, we should look at it now because we've done the deals to to move Prisikene and move Mbikogu. And we'll feed all that Mbikogu money into our wage budget, which we are still over. Frame Conte, he's not the big injection that we need. Now, Nascimento is on a June 30th contract expiration. We're in trouble. Some of the guys we're looking at are not. Did I not put him in here? He was in here. Nope. Oh, well, hey, I wasn't even paying attention. Let's take another look at this. So I haven't been able to change the ceiling because while adding Vanderhorst, we didn't actually create any room. We just returned the room to the amount of room that we had before in the budget, which is not enough to do the deal. Got the most perceived value on the team. Nolan, Ortiz, no. Custodio's the captain. That's a tough sell. Elias Anderson just cinched a new deal. He can't move. Caleb Spear's a big part of the future. Jerry Mbikogu's already done his deal. I don't have anybody interested in any of our players either, so there's nobody that we can like ship out easily early. Be like, ah, yes, we've done what we needed to do. Patrick Puchiger, I know we're not renewing his contract, dude. This is all big brains. Check this off the list real quick. Delay our decision making further on how exactly we're going to open the money up for this Nascimento guy, because once we hit the transfer window, we will not be the only team trying to sign him. He's an immediate massive influence in our team. That's worth moving heaven and earth to get him here. He's volatile, so if we offer him out one time, he's going to lose it. Radovic is on a fairly big contract. I mean, we could try and move Slavisa. As much as we have believed in Slavisa Radovic, he has never realized the potential that we hoped that he had. And we can try the set for release, but I don't want to do that if we feel like we can sell them. So contracts expiring. Daniel Beer, we're in Croston. We don't want to leave. Petr Ivanov is just our backup goalkeeper. He's happy being our backup goalkeeper. He's decent. I don't want to move him. Slavisa we could offer out. Stoutinger is gone, so we're just gonna... We can't set him for release until we get to within 6 months, apparently. So I either have to release him on a free or not do anything. I think, look, if Bumberger's not somebody that we want to do a deal for, he's open to speaking to other clubs. Let's offer him out. Let's see if David Bumberger attracts the interest and we get a couple $100,000 in and remove Bumberger's contract. Radovic be very interested in speaking to other clubs. Well, then let's just Let's look at that. You know, he's gotten some playing time. Let's look at that. Because we also have Ian Kim. If we open up enough money, Ian Kim is a young American who's also good, who's there. Well, that is not a serious offer. Sorry. I mean, it's his entire wage. That's not what we need. Selling team salary contribution gone. Thank you. Bumberger not getting the interest that we would have hoped for. My roommate's losing at COD. Why he plays it in the first place is beyond me. Let's look at 375 and start putting a monetary value on it. Okay, you failed to beat Rapid Vienna in the last 4 outings. We're confident. We're a confident team. All comes back to our hard work and the fact that we've been able to execute in the matches we've played this season. And this is our opportunity to correct those earlier mistakes.
Hey Zealand, love your content. There's a Brazilian called Enrique Felipe, 15 years old. Just scored 4 goals against U20s in the biggest tournament in Brazil, and it's close to play his first pro game. Remember his name, you'll buy him in a few years.
Overbeck, I'm sure I will. He goes by Endrick, right? I think I saw somebody tweet about this guy. I think I saw somebody tweet about him. He goes by Endrick, and he's like the next Brazilian phenomenon. Yeah, we'll go to loan if we can't find a sale, but I don't know if there's anybody that's going to want to pay the kind of wage that we currently have on Slavija Radovic. It's just not a good wage for ability. Like, it's just not. Extremely doubtful about his interest. I mean, he's in Atalanta. I understand that. It took forever to get us the report on Mane, and the report had no information. We'll just keep working on these guys. Nobody that dropped off. There is interest. Okay, 250,000. Pogon Szczecin's got a little money. That's a Polish team. Bumberger wants a contract that's too beefy. We're going to start to turn. We're going to start to do some business. David Bumberger can go out. We'll keep Akas Keshkish and Rocky Bashiri. And then Caleb Spear will be the backup center back now, and I'm perfectly comfortable with that. We can play some teams where Bashiri plays right back and Caleb Spear steps in to play left center back. That's fine. Ben Lloyd, thank you for the 2. Wally Walnuts, I appreciate the 11 as well. Things are going to be tight. We're just trying to wedge these signings under the cap. And we're going to lose some of our depth. Somebody to pay his wage, perhaps. Bumberger attracting that interest from Pogon. I feel like I'm going to insult him with his asking price at some point because he is worth more than 170,000. But in this moment, Freddie, fine, I give up. Anything to make you happy, man. Anything to make you happy. Maybe one of the reasons he's not playing well is his unhappiness with training, which is torpedoing his morale, so he's not as committed when he goes on the field. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that that's a thing. I mean, it is a thing that could technically be impacting him. Dang it. Who do I think is winning the African Cup? Not Cameroon and not Senegal. They both did not look very good. Honestly, I think Ivory Coast is due for a bit of a resurgence. Ghana has not been that good in qualifying. I think it's going to be Ivory Coast giving, your Algerias, your Moroccos a real run for their money. Hi from Uzbekistan. Love you back. All the way to Tashkent. We are going to have to end the stream today. I've got my flu shot that we're not going to be able to finish this match and me be able to make on time. So we are going to have to call it for today. But thank you for all the love to Nem for the raid, and all the people that joined the Hammers, rejoined the Hammers, and we're here to stay now. You can't get rid of me. And on that note, we will be back tomorrow. But before that, we're going to raid somebody, which if you don't know what that is, we go in, make somebody's day. You kind of just started streaming or something, and drop in on them and see how they're doing. You know, drop you guys in on them. Oh, who's Quill?
Oh, God.
Strategy simulation game streamer. All right. Normally that's what we do, but we'll raid somebody that seems to have taken the plunge into Football Manager, which is this person. Seems to have a large following in other strategy games, but is just stepping into Football Manager. So let's get a copy pasta going, and let's get ourselves nice and warmed up and ready to go. I know him from Civ. Okay, cool. One of us. One of us. Strategy game player. I can respect that. Raise your Dorfers. God, that is a blurst. Copy pasta. I love it. Thank you guys again though for everything. The next 20 good minutes just went up. The next 20 good minutes went up. I put it up yesterday. Which is the podcast I have with Dr. Benji, and video came up this morning looking at Football Manager memes. That's cool. So much stuff I don't even have time to fit it in here at the end. And then on TikTok, I'm going to be opening this bag thing because we're working on getting the TikTok off the ground so that we can get you guys funny short clips and stuff in an accessible way. Cool. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sorry we couldn't play that match. I thought we were going to be able to make it there in time, but being honest with myself, we couldn't. Tomorrow, same time, same place. We start against Rapid Vienna. We got Owen! Yes! All right, guys, word of the day. Rapid. Very quick. Abrupt, quick movement. That's what I'm going to have in order to get myself to my appointment on time. So I'll see you at the end of another VOD for another word of the day.